Yo,
Hello?
yo, can
Hello,
you
can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you
All
just
right,
fine.
all right, thank Christ. Okay, so as you can see, the only other member in this server is fucking ER. um,
Oh, okay. All right.
so, to
That's
be
cool.
honest, I don't even know how I did that, but how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. I just woke
Uh,
up actually.
oh, nice, nice. Do you live? What part of the? I assume you live in the states, right?
No, I don't live in the States.
Oh, what the fuck? Where do you live? I mean,
I
like you're.
I do not I do not live in the States. I live in Indonesia, bro.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Yeah, it's like 5 a.m. here.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
sure.
What part of Asia you live in?
Uh Indonesia, bro. It's like right near Australia basically.
Oh, okay, okay. Damn. Well, well, yeah, I live in the states, as you can tell from my whatever, yeah, from whatever's happening here.
Okay,
But
sure.
but so yeah, I just so I'm a decent like fan of yours. I first discovered you
Mhm.
when you were back in the day, picking apart, plot like that. It just feels like a long time ago.
Yes.
The plot hole video by Patrick.
I see. I see. All right.
Yeah, and now I'm just kind of drip, and sometimes I check you out. You'd be making, stuff on, but like Barbie. Actually, what did you think of the Barbie movie? First of all, like that's what everyone been talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's a beautiful train wreck of a movie, honestly.
Nice.
Lots of stuff that I really like. Lots of stuff I really like, genuinely like about it, but lots of stuff that I like really love to tear apart into pieces. But overall, I had a good time with it. That's not a bad time. It's just overall I had a good time with it.
Like I didn't hate the film. Like I didn't like it either because like guys chill out. but
Uh,
like
yeah.
but but like I had my laughs, so I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. I'd say it's like mid. Like it's just perfectly mid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I can see. I can see why people love or I can see why people hate it.
Yeah,
I can see there's either way. So.
yeah. So like yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Barbie's just kind of like one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but do you think people are like overreacting like on both sides or something? Like, do you think do you think this film is as bad as like let's say like like people like
Mm.
Nerdrotic would say or something? I don't know.
Uh, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of their content, so I can't really judge anything else. But as if have people been overreacting, I guess. I guess people are, but it's not like I don't particularly have a huge issue with it. I can see again. I can see both sides. I can see why people would find issues with it. It's just that it's not something that I'm particularly like. I I'm passionate about the movie, but it's not because other people are passionate about it, because the movie itself has so much amazing stuff to talk about.
Oh
At least it's something.
well, what do you think are that like those amazing stuff?
Yeah, it's like it's how basically the movie is just like it and it odds with itself. How the things that it tries to portray, the social commentary, it just basically doesn't work.
Yeah,
In practice, it doesn't work. The way a lot of the things that the movie says it is like a lot of the things this movie says about the ideologies they want to say, like feminism, the patriarchy, everything like that. All of it just straight up does not work in practice of what the movie is trying to preach, and it just completely falls apart at the very end. It just completely falls apart, and it is a beautiful sight to see. Like again, it's like a train wreck. It's like just you just can't help but to see. It's like, my God, this movie is bad. It's really bad how it tries to convey its ideology, and it's so fun. It is to me. It is so much fun to just dissect it and talk about it and all of that stuff. So yeah.
honestly, I felt like because maybe I'm wrong or something, but isn't the original point of like Barbie, like the
Mm-hmm.
fact that holy like in like the '60s or whatever, like holy fuck, we look at this woman, she can fucking she goes to the moon and shit, or oh my god,
Mm.
Barbie's like it's like a female part. I feel like they could have done a feminist message by using the original point, but they just kind of did their own thing, which I'm like okay.
Yeah, I feel like original intentions of Barbie is, I can see why they would see Barbie as not like a feminist thing, because a lot of it feels like the original intentions of the movie, like it's lost due to the commercialism and just the way how Barbie's like marketed to everybody and everything like that. So I can see how people see it as something other than that. But aside from that, like yeah, I can see the critiques, but at the same time, like it's not necessarily critique that's really like a lot of movie discussed it. I can see the point of the critique. It's just that what the overall message that the movie is trying to say, it just doesn't work. It just straight up doesn't work.
Yeah,
So
it's really strange. Also, it's really strange. Also, the film, right? That
mhm,
film is has a thing. It's not really a thing. It's just like a, but it's one of those films that I like to call story three. Now there's this concept that apparently me and my fucking like cohort invented. I thought this was a real concept, but apparently it was just me and him that invented it.
mhm,
I like to call this story one, or we like to call this story one, story two, story three. Basically, story one is like, your films or your stories that aren't really like deep or anything. Like they don't have that much of a message. Shit like that would be like The Expendables, Indiana
mhm,
Jones, like Back to the Future. Like there's not much of a message. Like you want to have a good time, basically. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Your second stories are like, the most common kind of story is basically where the film is like real, like it's tangible, but there's obviously like a message, but consistency is still like effort, like Star Wars or something. Um,
mhm,
and the third type of story, which is where Barbie falls in, is basically where quite literally everything, like it's manufactured, engineered to be for the theme, like for the message. Like everything, like the dialogue is for the message, the setting is for the message. The characters are like sometimes characters aren't really characters because it's for the message. Like everything is made for the message, and like it's one big metaphor basically. And that's
mhm.
and that's Barbie, because if you see the film, there's no the rules are fucking broken to shit.
Yes, yeah. There's no consistency whatsoever.
And one could forgive that if you see the film as like story three, like because everything is for the metaphor. But as you can see, the metaphor is fucking broken. So I don't even know what they were doing there, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like if you think that's the one I think I said in my videos. Like it's one of those movies like you're not supposed to take it too seriously. But that's the thing about the movies. Like if I take it too seriously, that will be even funnier.
Yeah, and
It's much
also
funnier if I do take it too seriously.
what's strange though is that if you do take it too seriously, people are gonna be like, "Oh my, yo, it's a fucking movie for. Why are you complaining about a movie for dolls and shit?" But then if
Bro,
you
I'm not even complaining on that one, bro. I'm just laughing. It's like the more and more I talk, the more and more I try to take a deeper look at the movie. It's just the more and more I find just absurdly funny things about it. That's why I enjoyed the movie. It's so much. It's so absurd to just pick a pick apart, tear apart every little bits and pieces about it. It's so fun. It's just so much fun.
yeah,
So,
I actually have a yeah, like it's really like I actually have a funny story about that. So I have this friend, cohort, sidekick, whatever, who went to see the
mm,
film, right? And
uh,
he he basically had a plan. He said he was gonna smoke so much like blunts and joints, and he was gonna get drunk before watching the
uh huh,
film.
uh huh.
And and then the reason for that is because it's fucking Barbie. Like
Mm,
like like he was just gonna see it as like a mindless thing. Because
uh,
like Ryan, wow, Ryan Gosling. There we go, Ryan Gosling.
yes.
Like, come on. And but then when he saw the film, according to him, the whole metaphor like was so like it was so like in your face that it somehow broke through set like seven layers of like joint and then the
Mm,
drunk like like he like
mm,
even like someone who was cooked out of their mind somehow
I
was
see.
affected by the weird like shit that have you seen the film?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't know how that fucking works, but the fact that someone
Mm,
who purposely like was trying to avoid that and used methods to do that
mm,
still got fucked by the film.
I see.
What does
Yeah, it
that
is.
mean?
It is. it is very interesting in that regard. But yeah, the movie like in general, like I feel like the movie is a lot more fun to take a part of. It's something that I don't think a lot of people should take seriously, but it is very rewarding to if you do take it seriously. More like not necessarily take it seriously, more like think about it, of it in a little a much deeper layer that the movie wants it to, and that's when the movie just becomes funnier, or at least to me it's
Yeah,
funnier. But a lot of people find it, a lot of people just find it's blatant feminist propaganda and everything like that. Yeah, I can see why. I can see why. It's just that I just don't see it that way, and I don't think a lot, and I think a lot of other people also don't see it that way. And
yeah. I'm kind of more in the crowd where it's like, I do think this film kind of does have some kind of resentment. Not like super mega, because again, it's fucking Barbie. But like, I do think there's like something there. Like if I were to like, I do think like little girls could get like the wrong idea, but like maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too paranoid, but I don't know.
as I don't know how it's gonna impact little girls for watching the movie, but I do know this. Like, it's one of the best. It is one of the best male empowerment movies that I've seen. It is genuinely a really good male empowerment movie. It's like it's one of those movies like, hey, you're a guy and you're enough. Like I genuinely I just remember that I actually sang "I'm Just Ken" like a lot of times. It's like,
Yeah,
the
the
song is really that catchy and it's about to be nominated for an Oscar, and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, uh,
yeah,
nominate that for an Oscar. Let's go.
a lot of people are saying that Ryan Reynolds is but even the fucking like
Ryan
feminist, like
Gosling.
right, my bad, Ryan Gosling, he's like the best part of. Even the feminists are saying this shit. So what does that
Yeah,
say?
everybody, pretty much everybody say that he is the best part of the film. He has the best song. Actually, he has the only song in the film, but yeah, he has the best song, the only song, and it's a good one that actually does it empowers males. So I'll take that. I'll take that as a positive. Honestly, I'm putting aside all the negative. That is a very, very good positive.
Two things. One thing, that maybe I just haven't seen enough like news, but what when the film was being marketed, I didn't see Ryan Gosling. Like he didn't really do a whole lot of marketing. Like he did something, but people like Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie were pushing like the feminist aspect of the film
Mm.
before it came out. But Ryan Gosling wasn't doing anything. He was just saying like, "Oh, it's gonna be a fun time." You know, like he was actually being chill,
Mm.
which is
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I don't know much about the marketing, and it's not really that. It's not really something that I'm really deep diving into. I'm more caring about the movie itself. But yeah,
Yeah, but
movies,
it's
movies,
just
pretty.
you
It's
know.
yeah. In,
And,
in in general populace, I say the movie's pretty mixed bag. But overall, I see like people have a positive reaction to it. Like me, my girlfriend enjoyed the movie, so there was that. So
yeah, and that thing about the male empowerment thing reminded me of like the film does something I like to call sympathetic strawman. Well, I didn't invent
mm,
the term; some other YouTuber did, but the something that uh
yes,
something
I
that
think
like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
like a good one example that immediately comes up to mind in recent memory is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Mm. Yeah.
Uh,
If you're talking about John Walker, is
yeah, of
that what you're
course.
talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you're talking about it, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. My God, that is such a wasted potential in terms of like MCU. So much like you got a lot of interesting concepts, a lot of interesting characters. You put it in one amazing like TV series. You just screwed it up. Like I guess I have no idea what the villain was going on. I have no idea what the villain was going on to. That's for one. And the absolutely shoehorned in message of whatever the hell that movie that series is trying to convey just completely lost. It is just lost. The series is trying to be way too deep than it already is, and yeah, John Walker is one of those characters. Like, well, he doesn't really do anything wrong per se. He's given way too much responsibilities, and he reacts to it in a way where somebody who has that responsibility would react to originally. And
Li- yeah, literally everything he does is like justifiable. Like even in like the episodes where he starts like tweaking, where like
mm,
he supposedly like remember when Captain Falcon was talking to Ginger,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
and then they were like negotiating, and then Walker was like, "Okay, that's enough. I'm going in." No, that's justifiable, bro. Y'all wasting time.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
like
So that's what I'm saying. It's one of those scenarios where the character that is supposed to be the bad guy, that is portrayed as the bad guy, actually makes a good point, and the film or the series somehow treats the character as if the character is the bad guy for suggesting that.
yeah,
Yeah, I can
like
agree.
and also yeah, like in the two other examples is like yeah, like him take you can say that oh he took the super soldier that's pretty gay like oh bro he was fighting against like like he was fighting against Carly a super soldier hit her boyfriend thing what
Mhm.
that was so super soldier. Bucky was a super soldier. Falcon wasn't one, but he had like these cool jetpacks. Like nah, he
Mhm.
was the only one that got like
And
and also he also got punked by three Dora Milaje, which by the way, fuck bureaucratic process, but he got fucked by three not super soldier women. No, of course he was gonna take that shit.
exactly. It's
And
really the whole series is just a mess, honestly. And I'm just the more and more I think of like I couldn't even like think about anything else. The only thing that's like good out of the series is that clip where Falcon said, "Yeah, he's out of line, but he's right." It basically just
yeah,
sums up the whole thing. Yeah, he's out of line, and he's right.
yeah, like that's just like and like God fucking. I actually what's the I know this has probably been done. This question has been done to death already,
Mhm.
but what is the what phase four? I know phase five is a
Face,
thing, but I
yeah.
don't care. It's phase four too. Like I didn't notice no difference. What is the worst post Endgame project like so far? And like
Oh
to me,
God. Oh
yeah, which
God.
was
I actually like need to look it up because I watched almost all of them, but I forgot. I just genuinely forgot like what's on Phase 4. I'm just gonna look it up. Let me just
hold on.
check.
Yeah,
Yeah, I,
I'm
I
gonna,
got it. I got it. Hold on. Yeah,
I'm just gonna
Phase
have my
4 to 6. Okay, well, first off, we got WandaVision, which
oh
is
god, I dislike WandaVision. You have no idea.
WandaVision is a mixed bag to me. Like, there are some parts of it I like, some parts of it I really do not like. But for the most part, it's just parts that I don't like. So I'm putting that one on the trash tier. Actually, hold on a second. Need to oh need to pick up my phone. I just need to charge my phone a little quick. All right.
I give WandaVision like a 4 out of 10 honestly because it did start off good, but
Yeah, it does. It does have an interesting concept, but it just wastes a lot of it is wasted potential. Same with Falcon and Winter Soldier, but Falcon and Winter Soldier is even worse.
yeah. Oh, dude, you have no idea how excited I was for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like
Yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
like
I was also excited with the whole thing, but again, but also it's much worse. It's in the context of the whole thing. It's much worse than WandaVision. Um, and again, WandaVision, it's made even worse when the next Doctor Strange just wasted everything else. It just wasted the whole thing. So yeah,
uh
all that development is thrown out the window with the next Doctor Strange. Like go back to start. It's like WandaVision doesn't exist basically. So
oh we'll get to that one like really
all
soon.
right.
Like ooh.
Loki.
Loki
Loki's actually pretty decent. I actually really like Loki, and I can't wait for the
hot
second one. Um,
hot take I fucking hate Loki. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected it to. Loki's pretty decent.
I feel
And
like
I enjoyed it.
I feel like it ruins it like a lot, and also like a lot of like the ways characters get to where they are just like Poppy what Kang the Conqueror. Like how the fuck did this human find God's asshole Goliath, and then fucking like what like okay,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
also the
Overall, overall, if overall the plot really doesn't really make any sense, like how the mechanics go doesn't really sense. It doesn't make any sense. The world building it just falls apart when you think about it. But I really like I like the setting. I like what it tries to do. I really like how it travels back and forth. I like Sylvie. I really like Sylvie as a character. I like her dynamic with Loki. I also really like the premise overall, like how just the time travel is just to try to control everything. And I
it's yeah
also
it's
like
tried
how
it you know I think it failed to be honest, but at least I'll give it that like compared to all the other MCU things like yeah I'll give it
yeah,
some.
compared to like the other Phase 4, Loki's like decent. It's decent compared to like a lot of the other Disney Plus shows.
I guess.
So yeah, Loki, I'd say it's decent, but not something that I'm just gonna like straight up everybody, hey, go see it. Like it's fine. It does the job. And second season, well, we'll see. We'll have to see that. We'll have to see how
Yeah.
that goes. Black
Black Widow.
Widow,
Ooh,
no, hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
god
That
damn, I hate
Black
Black
Widow
Widow.
is boring. It is committed the worst crime in my opinion. A lot of the MCU, like the thing about the MCU is that I really like when the MCU when it's cringy bad. It's better when the MCU is like really cringy bad than just being boring bad. And unfortunately, Black Widow falls into that boring bad category. It's just, I got nothing like nothing interesting about it. It's like it just rehashes a plot that bears little to no significance to the whole thing, aside from introducing a new Black Widow,
Yeah, well,
technically. But aside from that, nothing. It's just nothing much about the movie that I'm like, whatever. The movie's just there. It is just
yeah.
there.
Also, like the villains here are some of the most nothing. Like Taskmaster, don't even get me started on that. Like they just
Taskmaster
I,
is fucking wasted in this one.
like I know the MC has never been comic accurate, but I feel like in this case they should have just actually stolen from the comics. Like no, like they actually should have.
Uh-huh.
And Dracov, like okay, I get it. Like I understand what they were trying to do. Like you know, a whole like workplace. Like I get it. Okay,
Mm.
but for one, his motivation still was kind of like, like why only women? Like why not get everybody? Like Black Widow men and black
Bro,
like
yeah. It's not even like the plot significant. Like I couldn't tear apart that pieces by pieces, but the overall package of the movie is just boring. Like there's
God, yeah,
nothing in it. It's like God. Like I was I was completely bored out of my mind when I was like, you know what? I'll give Black Widow a watch, and then I continued to get bored. Like it doesn't excite me whatsoever. The action was nothing. The plot was
yeah,
nothing. Characters are nothing. It's just a nothing burger movie. It's
yeah. It's such
absolute
a
nothing burger.
I,
Mm.
I legit almost fell asleep like twice, but I had willpower. Don't worry, we're not gonna have much willpower the more we continue these.
Uh,
Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi.
actually, there's What If first, but I didn't watch What If, so we'll just skip that one. I haven't
Actually,
seen What If.
I did. I'm not gonna go too long. I'll just give like a short Jello Apocalypse one sentence review.
Mm,
Uh,
mm.
first episode was ass. Se- second
I
episode was the first episode was the Captain Britain one.
okay,
Captain Carter. You know, what if she became? That one
yeah.
was ass. The second one was the what if Star Lord became what? My bad. What if T'Challa became Star Lord? Really
Uh-huh.
strange concept, but that one wasn't too bad. That one was okay. The third one, oh yeah, what if the Earth's mightiest heroes fucking died? That one was good, but then it got worse by the end. So we're
Mm.
doing great. We're doing great, guys. The fourth episode. Okay, the fourth episode is again kind of like Loki in the sense where it's like the more you think about it, it fucking dies. But
Mm.
it does try something different, so I'll give it that.
Mm.
Um, the fifth episode. Oh fuck, I'm already forgetting. Damn. Oh no. Okay. Wait,
Yeah,
now I gotta look up.
the fact that you forgot about that is like might as well not remember it. Well, besides, it doesn't really interfere with the whole canon anyway, so it's just like it's a side project, and I guess I do want to see how it goes with season two, but I haven't even seen season one, so I'll just skip to that. Mm, okay,
Oh, I
moving
got the.
on.
Wait, I got the
Uh,
list real quick. I remember. Episode
okay,
5 was the zombies one again.
mm,
Ass. Episode 6 was Tony versus Killmonger. That one had potential, but it kind of just
yeah, sounds like. Mm,
it felt wasted as fuck, and you'll see why. Episode 7 was what if Thor was the only child? Surprisingly, that wasn't a bad episode. Um,
mm,
episode 8 was what if Ultron won? You see, this is the moment where the show just stops trying, because
mm.
when Ultron won, he just became Giga God. Like he got the stones. He fucking fought the Watcher. Like okay. And then episode 9 was all the protagonists of the last episodes versus Ultron from episode 8.
basically because some of these episodes, right, like episode 6,
Uh-huh.
kind of end in a cliffhanger.
Uh-huh.
They end. There's gonna be more. So does episode 1. But now that but Killmonger fucking dies in episode 9. So what was the point of the cliffhanger?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what if it's such a fucking mess?
Okay. All right. Well, it's a
Then we got
mess, I guess. So, next one is Shang-Chi. Not a fan.
yeah. I mean,
I not a fan. It's how do we say it? It's one of those movies. I have the exact same feeling with Shang-Chi as Far From Home, which is that Far From Home is one of those movies where I watched it and I forgot that I did. And I'm like, the moment somebody asked me, and I'm like, wait, I watched that? You serious? Wait, I did watch that. Did I? Did I actually watch that? I forgot. Wait, did I actually watch it? Like, that's like basically my reaction. It's like Shang-Chi. Did I actually watch that? Did I not? Or just like half asleep away, half asleep away through? Like I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with the movie. I forgot the hell what's going on in the movie. And the moment you brought it, I was like, okay, there are some vague memories about it, but like it's one of those movies
bruh.
I could just pass. I just pass by, like whatever, moving on.
I
That's
I I,
just
ca- I
mm,
really wish Shang-Chi was like a Enter the Dragon, like Bruce Lee kind of film, and not. I get there was gonna be some supernatural elements, but bro, what the fuck? Like, there's other dimensions, which I don't know how that mechanically works. Then like the
mm,
water dragon versus the freaking Satan. Like, what the? Stop!
mm.
Stop! Why is there
Yeah.
a secret organization controlling the secret? That means Wenwu was controlling Hitler, which was also controlled by Hydra. So that means the Ten Rings were controlling Hydra. But then Dracov happened because that's also another. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. It's just like that's the thing about these movies. Like I can excuse these plot holes if you like they don't if the whole of if the overall package of the movie is at the very least fun. I can excuse like some of the plot holes. Like Loki, for example. Like at least Loki has some fun bits. And like okay, whatever. There's a plot hole. I can excuse that. But Shang-Chi just it's not fun. It's just not fun.
No.
It's just completely generic. It's
Yeah.
generic all the way through. Not really that fun. So moving on. Eternals. This is the
Ooh.
first MCU movie that I have not finished. I have finished a lot of the shit, but I have not finished Eternals. I'm like halfway through the movie and I'm like fucking bored. And I'm bored.
It's
What the fuck is going on? And I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I don't care what the fuck is going on. So I tune out. I just tuned out. Don't even bother watch. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'm not.
you're not
Like
you're not missing much. Trust me.
yeah.
Uh,
So
like actually, I'll tell you something though. By the end of like I'm gonna spoil it. Like it's fucking Eternals. Who cares?
mm,
So if you're gonna watch it, I'll at least tell you this. I'm not gonna say how or why, but in the end of the film, a fucking celestial
mm,
is dead, right?
mm,
It's dead. The body is growing out of the ocean.
uh,
Uh, the bo- and but no future MCU project ever references that there's a fucking god sticking out of the ocean. Like no one talks about that at all.
for one, and for two, like no one. It's basically like what's his name? It's like Michael Mando's character from Spider-Man: Homecoming. He's just there. He
Yeah,
was teased, but he wasn't even any in the MCU project. He's just there.
yeah,
So
and also the Eternal, also the director, like that was such a shit choice. They probably got her because she was Asian, but like, okay, to be fair, Chloe Zhao isn't a bad director. I like Nomadland,
mm,
but dog, no, if you watch Nomadland, it's like something else complete. It's just like an hour and 30 or like 2 hours of a woman talking out of her van. Like it's literally like a different kind of thing. So why is her second ever film, The Eternals? Like why did they get her for that? Like that is just such a different like yo, calm down, like chill the fuck out. Like holy
exactly.
shit.
It's a completely different scope for what the director is used to. It's like it's a weird choice for a director, that's for sure. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't.
Shang-Chi, sorry, Eternals, forgot it. I just completely forgot about it. Hawkeye. Hawkeye
Okay,
Um, I actually like it.
Okay. All right. Thank God.
I
Thank God. Thank God.
I
Thank
actually
God.
really like it. A lot of people say it was mediocre, but I actually
They're
really
lying.
like it. I watched it. I gave it a chance. I'm like, huh, this is actually fun. It's actually
Hawkeye's
really
the
fun. It's
Hawkeye's
enjoyable.
legit. Yeah,
Huh?
Hawkeye's legit the only thing that actually has like some kind of value. It's also the only fucking film or sorry show whatever that has well, like your classic female strong blah blah blah. But guess what? She fucking struggles. Like oh my
Yes.
god, she struggles. Like she goes through problems, and Hawkeye has to constantly help her. What the fuck am I watching right now? What?
Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing I really like. I like Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. She is really really good, and I like the mentor and mentee relationship between the two. It's really really nice, and I just really like that. It's really enjoyable, all the way through. The one thing I just kind of not like is Kingpin. Like Kingpin's just kind of there.
Yeah,
Kingpin
they,
is
they
just
only they only added him because
Yeah, Kingpin's just kind of there. But aside from that, I enjoyed it. I really massively, absolutely enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as bad as a lot of other people said it is. I think it's really fun. Not. I think it's really fun. It's a lot more fun than Loki, that's for sure. Even though even Loki like goes through all these sorts of magical places, but Hawkeye is more grounded to reality, and I think that's like the quality that I really like about Hawkeye. It's more grounded in reality. It's less fantastical and less multiversy. That's why it's a lot more enjoyable than Loki. Loki's fascinating, but Hawkeye is like genuinely enjoyable. So yeah, I enjoyed
that
Hawkeye.
that's what I wanted Shang-Chi to be, but no.
Exactly.
uh
Spider-Man. The next one is Spider-Man: No Way Home. Amazing. I love Spider-Man: No
uh
Way Home. I love Spider-Man:
uh,
No Way Home. I think
I'm sorry
it's great.
to I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't like that film.
I love Spider-Man No Way Home, and less so because of the plot, more so because I just love like the way I really love the way how it celebrates like a lot of the spiders, putting them all in together into one movie. And it's just it's like a very very neat package just to the whole thing. It's like I like that, but with that said, I do have to say that every single event on this movie, like you know that meme of how the book is like really really thick, like this movie is like that thick book, and then you got this really thin book that says Peter Parker if he just listened to Doctor Strange. Like that, it will be a really thin book. It's
Yeah,
basically just like that. Like if he just freaking listened to what he's saying instead of just rebelling the living crap out of it. It's basically the same mistake that Miles Morales made in Across the Spider-Verse. Like if he just listened to Miguel, like this thing wouldn't have been an issue. Except Across the Spider-Verse is actually fun. Whereas Spider-Man Home, actually, it's pretty fun. But it's no Across the Spider-Verse, that's for sure. So
yeah,
yeah,
and also Miguel had the excuse that he was gonna fucking die probably if he'd listened to O'Hara, but
Hmm.
Peter, that's just like,
Yeah, Peter. I feel like Peter, like the movie just could have been much shorter if Peter just listens to Doctor Strange. And like a lot of the consequences, honestly, like Aunt May's death, that's on you, Peter. Sorry. Green Goblin's right. Aunt May's death, that is totally on you. That is absolutely totally on you. I hate to say it, I hate to break it to you, bro. That is completely and totally on you. If you would just listen to Doctor Strange and not rebel through the whole thing, you would have been just perfectly fine. But no, he has to go into this moral conundrum where, well, we're not just gonna let these heroes die in their universe, even though like that's their role. And like, I also hate the fact that Doctor Strange is nerfed to death in this movie. I don't. How in the hell is Doctor freaking Strange going toe to toe with Peter Parker in the freaking mirror universe for that matter? Lost. That makes no fucking sense.
yeah.
That's just plot for the sake of plot. I don't like that
But then if
whatsoever.
you but then if you see Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange fucking whips out fucking his dingaling, fucking throws a weird cat head, then like okay.
It makes no freaking sense. Like there's so much stuff that I could definitely tear apart piece by pieces with No Way Home, but in the overall package, in like the emotional cores, like they do really hit. Even though it's absolutely 100% Peter's fault, it is absolutely Peter's fault, and I'm gonna stick back on that. Like it is Peter's fault. I can totally 100% relate. I can still at least the emotions hit, like the emotional punches hit, and I really like the ending as well. Well, where he just actually takes responsibility for the things that he did and just straight up erase it. Yeah, I'm just gonna risk the stuff that I had just to save the world. Like that's what you should be doing. I'm sure you're gonna make the same mistake in the next movie, but baby steps, Peter, baby steps.
Yeah,
So yeah,
at least you can acknowledge, like objectively speaking, this film is AIDS, but like it's but honestly, I'm gonna let it slide because Toby came back, like whatever.
yes, and I do think that in that regard, a lot of people love it. A lot of people love Toby and Andrew coming back, and like a lot of the villains coming back. It's like it just brings like in terms of touching people's childhoods and teens. Like when I was a kid, I was Toby Spider Man is when I was a kid, and Andrew Spider Man is when I was a teenager, and Tom Holland Spider-Man is when I'm an adult. So it manages to fit up onto my childhood and my perfect timeline. And it's like all of these Spideys, all of these generations just coming in together. It's like it's like a childhood dream come true. So in regards to fulfilling that, this movie does that, and that's why it's like way, 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 way higher. In like a lot of this is definitely the best on the Phase 4. That I can say for sure. It is the best, but that's not saying much because all Phase 4 is shit. Like so,
It's either between
oh,
it's either
it
between
is
that or Hawkeye. It's either between that or Hawkeye.
it's between that or Hawkeye. I'd say Spider Man, but yeah. So it's kind of like my brother like when he gets the very very first grade in his class, and I ask him like, how the hell did you get like the very very first on the top of your class? Like, is it because you are smart? Nah, it's because everybody else is dumb. And I kind of feel like that's what happens with this. Like No Way Home's automatically on the top of Phase 4, not because it is like an amazing movie, but because it's it's the best out of the shit.
Yeah,
So
like
there you go.
yeah,
So yeah,
next one is
Moon
fucking
Knight. Moon Knight.
goddamn Moon Knight. I felt like I was okay watching Moon Knight. Felt like I was getting shot at. Right, like I got shot
Mhm,
in the chest. It's like a daily experience. You know me getting shot at.
mhm.
But with Moon Knight, with Moon Knight, that hurt because okay, the first episode it was the second
Mhm.
episode was like it then kind of got like shit a little bit, but episode 4 and 5 kind of recovered. But dude, episode 6 was so fucking god, ew. It was so bad.
Uh,
It was so
well,
bad.
Moon Knight is one of those. The funny thing about Moon Knight is that the more and more I watch Moon Knight, the more and more I realize this is just Legion, the TV series Legion.
Oh, I gotta watch
I'd
that
rather
show.
just watch that. I'd rather just watch that. That is infinitely better. It
I don't
got
know.
it got worse in the latter seasons, but that is infinitely better compared to Moon Knight because it also has the same sort of presentation where the characters are having psycho disorders, everything, dissociative identity disorder, and everything like that. It has the same sort of premise with the disorders and everything like that. But Legion just does it infinitely better in my opinion. And this one, I'm like, it doesn't really try to do much. Moon Knight is such a cool character, and it's just a shame that MCU's Moon Knight debut is lame. I guess it's the best way to describe Moon Knight. Moon Knight's just lame. Not really
Yeah,
much. Not really
yeah,
much
exactly.
thought into it. It's just lame. Not a fan.
Yeah, and also
Mhm,
like another thing about Moon Knight is like in the like again comic accuracy doesn't matter anymore. But
mhm,
dude, again, steal from the comic. Like Moon Knight has like, or at least like at some point he had like 5 personalities. Apparently, maybe I'm like
mhm.
maybe I have this wrong, but if I remember correctly, Ronan, right? Like
Mhm.
Hawkeye's person, like
Yes.
apparently that came from Moon Knight,
Mm.
and so the MCU gave that to yeah, like but yeah, like Moon Knight had like 5 other things, but we only have 2, maybe 3, because Jake, but still,
I see. All right.
yes.
So
But
okay. So yeah, Moon Knight kind of lame. Not really a big fan. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Uh,
ill, like okay,
I.
generally
Mm,
speaking, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness is generally one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. Like,
mm,
I, yeah, no.
mm,
Well, okay, what do you guys say? What do you guys say?
uh, the worst film that I've seen in my life? Not necessarily.
I said one.
Not.
That's what one is.
Not necessarily. I've seen much worse. I seen Mulan 2020. That is a piece of fucking dog shit. I'd rather see
Okay,
Doctor Strange than Mulan.
fair enough.
But yeah, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It was
It
it was
was
meh. It was meh. I think the presentation is beautiful. The presentation is undeniably beautiful. Is very pretty. But it's because it's Sam Raimi. It's Sam Raimi's directing the whole thing, so of course the presentation is going to be pretty. Bruce Campbell cameo is pretty nice, so there's that. But aside from that, again, like one of the biggest issues that I have with Doctor Strange the two is, yeah, WandaVision, yeah, fuck that. It's like whatever you watch in WandaVision, yeah, we wasted your fucking time. Like all that character development, all that for fucking nothing. All that for nothing. All that for nothing. You just developed the Scarlet Witch, yes, but she's a villain. She's a fucking villain right now. So there you go. Deal with fucking that. There's also America Chavez. She's also there, I guess, doing. I have no idea what she's doing. Honestly, I have no idea what her power is. Like, it's not very very super specific. But I guess she's just there. Um, Honestly, nothing much to say about this one. It's just waste. It's just all around wasted potential and visually nice, but just all around wasted potential. So not really a fan either. So.
the magic just
Mhm.
isn't real anymore. Like like what power?
Yeah.
Like what rules? Right. Um.
Yeah. I just not a huge fan. There's some cool stuff in it, but yeah, not a huge fan either. Next one is Miss Marvel. Hmm.
Uh.
I don't know
Okay.
if you fact
It's boring. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just fucking boring.
Miss Marvel, I'd say is a lot better than I anticipated.
Still,
But
yeah,
it's
but
not
still,
but it's still it's no Hawkeye, it's no Spider-Man, it's no Loki. It is definitely a little lower than Loki. I'll put it that. So it's slightly more enjoyable than I expected,
but it's
but
still like,
not.
rather.
But it's still not particularly something that I go ahead, see it. Miss Marvel is super cool and everything like that. But at least it's not Captain Marvel, which is
Yeah.
bad all around. At least it is not Captain Marvel, which is bad all around. Miss Marvel is it's fine. It does the
It's
job.
yeah.
Not much to say about it. Thor: Love and Thunder. That
Ugh.
I have a lot to say about it. Fuck that movie.
But
Fuck that movie. Oh man. Oh
Taika
man.
Waititi really like. I felt like he was bullying me, to be honest, because like he himself said that he was like, I'm gonna go and ruin your lore. Yeah, like what the fuck does that mean? Like, okay.
Uh Honestly, Thor: Love and Thunder. And it's not because of Jane Thor. I actually really like Jane Thor. Jane Thor is, I think, like the best part of the movie. She is really, really good as like playing another Thor. It's the rest of the goddamn movie. It's just so forced. Like the comedy, it's supposed to make me laugh, but it ended up boring, which is like the worst of the worst crime. Like if you want comedy, if you're gonna be cringy comedy, at least be cringy comedy. That is more tolerable than like straight up comedy that doesn't make me laugh. A comedy that makes me cringe is much better than comedy that just straight up doesn't make me laugh. And Thor: Love and Thunder does not make me laugh. It's throughout all the time is just nothing. The comedy is very weak. Taika Waititi has no idea what he's doing.
Mm.
Um, and it's the same problem. Thor Ragnarok is the best Thor. It is indeed the best Thor, but it's not by a huge
It's
margin.
it's the
For
best
what?
Thor. Like Thor Ragnarok is the best Thor, but I still don't like it. Like
Yeah, I don't like it either because there are so much stuff in Thor Ragnarok that just feels very generic MCU. I guess it's a very nicely stylized generic MCU, but it's still generic MCU. And Thor: Love and Thunder is just generic MCU, but without the style. There's no style on it whatsoever. There's no substance. It is so painfully generic. It's so there's nothing much to it.
God,
Um,
I feel bad for Christian Bale. This actually might be Christian Bale's only fucking bad film. Like damn, like the MCU really blemished him like that.
and Christian Bale does have a couple of really bad films, but I'd say this is like, oh man, Thor: Love and Thunder. I do like that. All of that being said, though, I like where the ending goes, which is that Thor is taking care of his for love, which I just found out is actually played by Chris Hemsworth's real daughter, which that blew my mind. I was like, wow, I
That's a
guess
cool. That's a cool detail.
that
Yes.
that is pretty cool. But I like the ending a lot more so like the whole movie, the overall package, going through the whole thing. Like the ending, the idea of the ending, which is Thor and his quote unquote a daughter, his adoptive daughter, as I suppose, just going out here doing bad shit. I'd watch that. I'd watch that a lot more so than whatever the fuck that movie was. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's just
and also the question of eternity raises so many questions. Like, is this like an Asgardian myth? Given how the map, it was like they needed a Stormbreaker, or is everyone aware of eternity? Like, could Thanos have
hmm,
found eternity? Could Thanos have
it's
just done that instead of fucking doing this 10-year side quest of find the
I.
stone? Like,
Exactly. I also find it very, very funny how Jane Foster goes to Valhalla. Despite the fact that she's just like she has no Asgardian blood, she just goes to Valhalla. I guess it's because the Beholder likes her, and I guess that makes her Asgardian somehow, and that's why she goes to Valhalla when she dies. But that I just find that a bit weird.
also, maybe I'm stupid, but or maybe I'm stupid, but how did the Mjolnir give her? Okay, she already had cancer, but like it seems to have accelerated her death because
Yeah, pretty much, pretty
cancer
much.
doesn't
Yeah.
kill you. Cancer doesn't kill you that fast. So like how like it just accelerated her death, even though so like the explanation for why she was so good with the hammer, which this is a bullshit explanation by the way,
Mhm.
is like Thor like years ago said, yo, protect this bitch, and then
Mhm.
that's how it was be able to rebuild itself, and then
Mhm.
but then it's also accelerated her cancer. So yeah, it did a good job of protecting her. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, well, well, at the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, the movie just overall is just boring. Not really that particularly exciting. It's just a lame movie and just another dump on the MCU, honestly. So there's that. Oh God, the next one is She-Hulk.
oh, that was the most agony I've heard in this call. Oh,
God, the next one is She-Hulk. Now, I gotta say, it could be because the hate of the show is a lot more exaggerated than I. It's very very exaggerated. So I didn't see She-Hulk. Like I stopped at episode 3 when the whole show was already finished. I stopped at episode 3. Like this is not as exciting as I wanted it to. Like I expected it to be just cringe bad, but even the cringe again, it's boring. Like the cringe
oh,
is boring.
you
Like
haven't
this is just
seen. You haven't. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no, trust me. It
No, no.
actually
Hold
is.
on a second. No, hold on a second. The cringe was really, really boring. But at some point, I don't know what the fuck came into my mind. It's like at some point, like you know what? I'll give it a watch. I got nothing else to watch. Might as well just give it a watch. So I finished it, and I ended up enjoying it a little more than I expected until the very, very end, which destroys everything. It destroys everything. Like, whatever, fuck continuity, fuck that. Fourth wall, who cares? There's no fucking fourth wall here. What rules? What rules? There's no rules here. Let's just do whatever the fuck we like. Like that just ruins everything. Like the
Like
whole
what MCU? Like literally everything.
literally everything, like straight up literally everything. If your main character can literally, if any main character can literally go to the studio, to the literal Marvel studio and be like, hey, this story is shit, can you give us a much better one? Then yeah, I think it boggles my mind why the rest of the other MCU guys don't do that shit. Like what? Like wouldn't it be really cool if Falcon and the Winter Soldier just like at episode 3 just realized, wow, this whole plot is stupid. Let's go to the Marvel studio and just beat the living shit out of everybody who thinks that this is a good idea. That would have been really fucking cool. But nah, let's give it to She-Hulk because she's the one. She's the one that gets all the powers like that. Ugh.
Also, that means also if you know like the meta of the show, like the show was basically like an attack on trolls, implying that the show was intentionally bad, and they know in the show itself that the show is intentionally bad. Like, it's like layered. Like what?
Like,
It's that's the funny thing. Yeah, I do sense that. Like the show is desperately trying to basically just respond to all the haters of the show. Like the show just dedicates a lot of parts just responding to haters, responding to haters, responding to haters. And what happened is this is basically what happened with Taylor Swift. What ended up happening is she responds to so much hate that her music gets worse, progressively worse and worse. Like
Oh yeah, that is
she goes from like this country girl like singing all of these very very nice stuff to like this EDM trap house like nonsense that she just goes and it's like it got worse and worse. So what She-Hulk should have done, what the creators of the show should have done is like don't respond to the haters, just do what you're supposed to do, which is to make a fun show. And no, you're not making a fun show. You're making a kind of boring, kind of sometimes and mildly interesting show. So, but it just got ruined in the end. So yeah, She-Hulk. Eh,
uh,
bad taste in the mouth after the ending on that one.
yeah,
So,
that ending was actually like harassment.
uh,
like, like
absolutely fucking trash. Not a fan. Werewolf by Night, I haven't actually seen, so I'm just gonna skip
it's
that.
okay.
I haven't actually seen. Apparently, it's pretty good, but yeah, I haven't seen it. Wakanda Forever.
Oh,
Oh boy, Wakanda Forever.
get that shit
Oh
away.
man,
Get that shit away
I
from me.
fucking love this movie. It is bad. It is bad. But it is bad in a very very fun way. It is basically on the same level of Barbie. But I didn't actually make a whole video on it. But like it's the same level of Barbie. Like it is beautifully bad. Like the moment like the first scene of the movie
Yeah,
doing what's the equivalent of the Astronomia dance meme, the coffin dance meme. Fucking, I'm laughing my ass off. Like this is how you pay tribute to freaking Chadwick Boseman. Like why, why? That I was laughing my ass off. Then there's this scene at the court where the moment that scene happened, I laughed my ass off. So what happened is, there's this dialogue between characters, whatever, and then out of nowhere, this person in like this court refers to another person as chairperson, not chairman, not chairwoman, chairperson.
yeah, we
And I'm like, okay, that moment is where I realized I'm not gonna take this movie seriously whatsoever, and so I didn't. I didn't take the movie too seriously, and I ended up having a lot of fun with it. This movie is so bad. It is so bad in almost every imaginable regard. It is such a poor send off to Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace, my dude. You deserve a much better movie than this.
yeah, like
God.
two takeaways I've got from the film was, guys, no,
Mm.
like what the fuck was Namor's backstory? Like, okay, like he was the boy without love. How did he get the wings? Like, and if he was the boy without love, then fuck his mom, I guess. Like, okay, that's cool. The way his
It's Namor because no and amor it means no love. That's what happens. Like, oh god, that's so cringy.
even though okay, to be fair, the reason why he was called Namor in the comics is also retarded. It's just Roman in reverse. But like, I'd rather just take that than like whatever the fuck happened here. But and his downfall was also okay. So you know how like they literally did Aquaman's weakness, but like unironically, like you know he got evaporated basically,
Yeah. So
and
yeah. Uh-huh.
and also another take like Namor was just like okay, fine, and also this is something that seemingly I'm probably the only person that thinks like this, but I actually think that Angela Bassett, like the mom, I forgot her name.
Mm.
uh,
Uh-huh.
I personally thought she would have been the next Black Panther than Shira. What's her name again?
Shuri, yeah.
Shuri. Yeah, I personally thought the mom would have actually been the next better Black Panther than Shuri, but
Mm.
I'm probably the only person that thinks like this, by the way. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Black Panther. It is at the very least entertainingly bad, which
Yeah,
is more than I
it's
can say to a lot of the other
Yeah.
to the other MCU in the Phase 4.
Oh, don't even get me
And
started.
finally,
Ironheart, bro. Jesus fuck. She's a
God,
Power Ranger.
yeah,
Bro, that's an insult to
God,
Power Rangers. She's an insult to Power Rangers. Never mind. Fuck that.
I love the fact that my brother's joke when Ironheart was like first introduced in the comics, like my brother's joke is you know how like the the elemental like letters of iron is Fe, and then if you call it iron male is Fe male, so it's female. Get it? Iron female. Ugh, God. So, that is funny. But yeah, so it's still relevant apparently to this day. The next one is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It's fine.
It's
It's
just
fine.
it's
I
just
like it.
it's just a thing, you know. Like
It's fine. It's fine.
it's okay.
Now the load, which
Mm.
is Quantum Mania, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Okay, actually that was already Phase 5. So in terms of Phase 4, I'd say the absolute worst out of the Phase 4 is immediately goes to Eternals solely because on the fact that I have not finished it. I have not finished it, and I have no interest in finishing it. But to the shows or the movies that I have finished, the one that I will pick the worst is Black Widow. Black Widow is the worst
It's either
out of all
between
of them.
Black Widow, She-Hulk, or Multiverse of Madness, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say Black Widow because Black Widow is the worst. Because the rest of the other shows, they have some merit in at least inducing some emotion to me. Negative emotion, but it's still emotion. Black Widow induces no emotion. And no emotion whatsoever. Just flat. Flat, gray, from start to finish, absolute boredom, nothing. There's absolutely nothing. I feel no emotion whatsoever. So yeah, I'd say Black Widow on that one, on the Phase 4. Phase 5 is still going on, but
We got three. We got
it's
three
no
projects.
better.
We got 3 projects so far. We got
Uh,
Quantum we got Quantum Condom.
uh, Quantum Mania is bad. It's bad in a very, very traditional sense. It is bad. Like nothing. It's bad in a sense that there's not a lot of good things in it. It's the least. It's least good. There's not a lot of things that are good about it. A lot of the characters are just there. Not a lot of development whatsoever.
I legit
Um,
can't think of a single good thing. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's bad because there's nothing good about it. There's nothing that I can say about it that like good. The effects are meh. The effects are meh. The characters are just meh. The story is meh. Like you can tear apart the plot holes. You can tear apart every little bits and details. It would still at the end of the day just meh. Not even like fun to just dissect and just make fun of. Like it's just meh all around. The uh, it's just a meh package. There's just nothing. There's nothing that I genuinely find like good about the movie. Like I can't think of a single good thing that's like good. Like I'm trying, I'm struggling.
I can't.
There's nothing good about it. There's nothing good about it. Nothing. So I'd say yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, you are not good. That is the nicest way that I can say you are not good. Next one is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I fucking love.
Okay.
I think it is Guardians of the Galaxy 3, fucking love it.
Okay,
I think it is definitely a dime in a dozen among a lot of these fucking trash bags. Go ahead.
It is. But that being said, I still think to me the film is like at best a 6 out of 10. Like it still has a lot of like those gay problems, and also like people are generally going like so hard, even though this film just came out of the writing room that is known as Phase 4. Like there was still a whole lot of that, and also fuck Adam Warlock, I guess. Like that's pretty rad. I felt like I felt
That's true.
like I felt like Star Lord got a tiny bit character assassinated because like they just kind of like he was way too I get it grieving, but he was way too obsessed with like Gamora, even though it's been like what 5 years. Actually no, that's a lie. It's been like it's been time.
No,
It's past.
in Star-Lord's time, it's not 5 years, so
Yeah, okay.
makes
I
sense.
with my error there, but it's still been time. Like he knew that like there was nothing there. Like I felt like he should have gotten over it quickly, but I guess not. The high evolutionary, like and I get why people like the high evolutionary, me included. Like sometimes we need that dose. Like just I'm evil. I evil. like I'm evil. I just like doing like we need those.
Mhm.
Like don't get me wrong, nuanced and complex villains are, good and all that. Though the MCU has certainly proven that nuanced villains might not actually be the shit. Um,
Mhm.
but like but like in real life, like because a lot of real life villains, like fucking I don't know Hitler, are definitely not nuanced. So sometimes you really do need those like I'm evil, like I'm just evil.
Yes.
And I get
Yes.
it, but I get it. That's High Evolutionary. That being said, though, I felt like they didn't do a whole lot with High Evolutionary in that aspect. Like I felt like he could have done more shit, like fucking nuke a planet or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
They like no he, like he and they were doing it like and he did somewhat do it with Earth too, but I felt like they could have just gone like so hard, especially because he said it himself. He was like, "There is no God. That's where I step." That's a really cool line.
Mm.
Too bad that there are gods. So what the fuck is he talking about? But like,
Uh,
if he thinks like that, there should have been like some super mega like goddamn. But no, we get it's just animal cruelty, which I get it. Like, animal cruelty makes you sad, but like, I wanted more. That's what I'm saying.
that's true. But well, it's more than I can say. Well, at least ending up wanting more is a much better emotion than wow, this shit is wasted. So, and that's at least Guardians of the Galaxy Fallen Through. Like, there's stuff that I do think that I do want a little bit more than what I got. But for the overall package, I'd say it is definitely a dime out of the fucking shit
Yeah,
pile that we have right now.
yeah.
It is definitely well,
I'll give it like
it
a
is
six. Like,
yeah, it is definitely a diamond in the pile. It's like, I'm definitely this is among one of MCU's. I'd say it's MCU's top tier, but it's only because it's James Gunn, and James Gunn is a very good director. He
yeah,
he knows his shit. The rest of the directors who made the MCU, like they have no idea what the fuck they were doing. Like I guess they just pluck random people as directors. Like, hey, just do this, be directors. Like James Gunn is actually a veteran. He knows his shit.
yeah,
So
yeah.
don't know what the fuck is it.
I don't know yeah, but it's still like a overall good time. Even though like once again, I feel like Guardians 3. But okay, I might be wrong, but I think people will definitely like No Way. Like people aren't really like in No Way Home that much anymore. Like there's definitely like a little uprising. Same thing is happening with the Mandalorian actually. Like ever since season 3, people are just actually shitting on like the past. Uh,
Hmm.
and
I'm not even like familiar with that. Like I've stopped watching Mandalorian after season 2. So stop
but
watching Mandalorian after season 2. So
I think Guardians 3 will what like eventually will reach like it'll start having like its
yeah,
uprising.
retroactively, people are gonna retroactively hate on this on the thing. Like I can see it, but I'd say the same thing happened to Guardians 2. Like when Guardians 2 was released, people don't really like it as compared to the first one, but eventually people like ended up saying, wow, it's actually a lot better. It's actually amazing, and it's actually in some respects better than the first one.
I
I
think
I was one of the first.
I think
I was actually
Guardians
one of the
2
first few people.
is,
Sorry.
yeah, I think Guardians 2 is better than the first one honestly.
Yeah, yeah. I was one of I actually like the moment I watched Guardians 2, was like, yeah, this is so much better than the first one. Like the moment I watched after I came out of the theater, I was like, yeah, this is so much better than the first one. Um, 3 is technically the worst out of the three, but they're all like really really good films. Like it's like picking they're like it's like a bunch of diamonds. Like one of them is like only slightly little crystal. It's like yeah, it's perfectly fine. And I ended up having a good time with Guardians Volume 3. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it a lot. I just took it to my girlfriend and she's enjoyed it as well. So there's that.
All right.
Then it was followed by fucking one of the worst shit that I have seen in MCU. Like, what the fuck are you doing, MCU?
Secret
It's
Invasion.
Secret Invasion. It is. What the fuck was that, MCU?
I
What in the actual fuck was that?
the
Seriously,
the
MCU.
show
Oh,
the show has the same thing A Force Awakens had, where so much time passed between Captain Marvel that now I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? Wait, now they want to take over the world? What? I thought, okay, like, all right, that's one. Second, Nick Fury, more like, I don't even have a joke. That's how bad. I don't even have a joke. That's just how bad it is.
when
Nick Fury just got like okay.
uh
Got
seriously.
third of all, third of all, like the whole show's like the structure is very, I don't know, like it's very strange. Like it's very, dude, I can't even explain it. It's literally just
It's
like
very oddly structured. It's a
Yeah.
very oddly structured show, and like the overall package of the show is it's not even like boring bad. This is one of those bad shows that are just completely bafflingly bad, incomprehensibly bafflingly bad show that I am genuinely like, how can it's like I think it was Dan Potts or something along the lines of, yeah, it's better, it's shocking, better not be shocking as in how can someone release something like this? And that's my reaction to Secret Invasion. I am shocked. How can Disney release something like this? I mean, I know they released some shit before, but this is like fucking shit at the top of shit. This is garbage after garbage. Like, it's to the point where critics like hate it. Like
Yeah.
critics fucking hate it.
The
This is one
finale.
of, like,
I think the finale is like the lowest rated thing ever in the MCU.
yeah, probably like the lowest thing ever. Like, period. Like, I think it was like the lowest thing ever. Period. Because it was so bad. It is such a bad show. It is bafflingly, just incomprehensibly bad. I have no idea. Like, this is not even like fascinating. Like, I'm puzzled. How can Disney, how can Marvel release something like this? It is such a bad show. The characters are really bad. The story is really bad. The villain, Kingsley Benadir, like he, I cannot unsee him as the second Ken, because he is the second Ken from Barbie. So the moment I see Barbie and then I see him in this role, I'm like, I can't unsee him. That's just Ken. That's the second Ken. The next one, the guy next to Ryan Gosling, alongside the Doctor Who guy, the next Doctor Who guy. I forgot his name, Nchuti whoever. But yeah, so he's the second Ken. I'm like, this is the villain of this is your villain, the second Ken. Are you for real? Like, am I supposed to be intimidated by this guy? I'm like, I'm not intimidated by this guy. And it's such a shame because I really like the premise of the show. I like how it's an espionage centric show. It's more grounded to reality with some alien parts here. It's a lot more grounded in reality. I like how it's an espionage show because when the MCU do espionage stuff, it's usually pretty goddamn good, like Cap Budak the Winter Soldier. But this one, my god, this is such wasted potential. And it is incomprehensibly, bafflingly bad in a lot of ways. And this is definitely not only Secret Invasion is some of the worst MCU shows that I've seen. It's probably one of the worst TV shows that I've seen. Like, period. Like straight up,
And
straight up.
this is actually one of the. Here's another thing. One of the worst parts of the show is something that was incidental. Like, it was such a minute. Like, blink and you'll miss it. Like, that blink and you'll miss a moment was one of the worst things ever. And I think you'll know what I'm talking about. So in episode 6, if you remember, we discovered that Rhodey was a Skrull. Now, again, if you look at his clothes, you'll see that he's wearing some prisoner hospital kind of uniform, kind of like where he was at in Civil War.
I noticed that.
So the implication, and I don't even think the implication, I think it was confirmed. No, it was confirmed. The Rhodey has been a Skrull since Civil War.
Yeah.
You know how
I noticed that. I noticed that too.
You know how bad that is just actually damaging.
Yeah, now Rhodey's gonna wake up like, where the fuck is Tony? What happened to the rest of the fucking world? Where the fuck have I been in? Have I been snapped? Like, there's so much fucking question. There's so much fucking question. I am so just straight up baffled in almost every imaginable level with Secret Invasion. Like, it's just unimaginably bad. It is incomprehensibly, unimaginably bad. But
and also, one more thing: the fucking creator of the show had the fucking goal to be like, oh my god, y'all just have like such high expectations. Like, shut up. Like, high expectations. Like, Papi, what do you mean by that? Like, like, of course we're gonna have high expectations.
Yeah, I know. So that's really stupid. That being said, with the show, I do have very, very funny clips of the show. And when I think it was this moment, I'm gonna save this moment because it is such a nice clip.
Have you lost your reptilian ass mind?
I fucking love that. I absolutely love that, Wendell. Just have you lost your reptilian ass mind? And also this one, I love it.
I guarantee you, your ancestors will reach out from the beyond and strangle your black ass.
Like that is such an amazing quote. I fucking love that. That is such. I'm just seeing, just hearing Samuel L. Jackson saying that. Love it, love it, love it, love it so much. But the rest of the show is fucking trash.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's Marvel, guys.
Yeah, that's it for the MCU. Like this.
Do you think
Fuck, this is-
honestly, I legit think Secret Invasion as a wake up call. Legit, the next projects, if they don't fucking step up their game, I think it might actually finally be the end for the MCU. I highly doubt it because money, but I don't know. I could feel it.
please, for God's sake, just either have the suspend the MCU, have it to have a 1 year break, right? Or just straight up scrap the whole project entirely. Just fucking even reboot the whole thing. That is much better. Straight up, maybe with
Yeah,
like
just-
new characters and shit. Because this state that you're in, it's like, how do you say it? It's like it's on life support. Either have it just kill it, or just reincarnate to somebody, or just have somebody else replace it. Like it is such a, this series is on life support. This cinematic universe is on life support, and it is such a fucking shame that the MCU being on life support and freaking DC universe is wasting every opportunity to strike back. They have every opportunity to strike back when the MCU is at their weakest, but no, they're gonna.
Yeah, like they're like I don't even know what they're doing. I know they're rebooting. Actually, let's go. Let me check that real quick. I haven't really seen.
They are going to reboot the whole thing with James Gunn. Basically helming the whole thing. And honestly, I'd rather him just straight up helming, producing the whole thing, because at the very least, there's some consistency. There's some direction to the whole project, to the whole cinematic universe, whereas the other one is just zero directions whatsoever. So yeah, the MCU is on life support. It's not doing very well. They could have just take a step in and be like, hey, MCU, fuck off. We are the best. We are the best now. We are the good one now.
We the
But
best.
no.
We the best music.
Oh,
but
God.
but yeah,
That's
like
so stupid.
but actually, like, just real quick, like, what do you think the DC Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, which is what they're calling the fucking thing, gonna be? You think it's gonna be good?
No idea. Well, we'll have to see.
Here,
I-
here's the projects that we got so far. Blue Beetle came out. Don't watch it. It's not worth it. Freaking.
I haven't seen it, but I do want. It's already out on all the pirate sites that I've just basically regular. It's already out there, so I can just like watch it. But I'm good.
So
I just don't really.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So here's the, here's the shit that's gonna come out. We got Creature Commandos, which is I don't know if this is the order that we're going, but like Creature Commandos, which is based on really obscure. James Gunn loves his obscure ass characters. Like, have you noticed that? Just like freaking.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, he's based on. Apparently, the main character is gonna be Rick Flag, but like the father of Rick Flag, which that implies that's Suicide Squad. I don't know. Next one is a series about Waller. I mean, like Amanda Waller.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So basically, just Hive, kind of like Hive,
yeah.
or what's yeah. So okay.
Next one is Superman Legacy.
Oh yeah, that's like James Gunn's Superman project. Okay.
I have no reaction, so that's a good sign. Next one is okay. This one kind of makes me nervous. Lanterns. And the reason it makes me nervous is because the director said that Lanterns was gonna be like a True Detective type of thing. Which, if you've seen True Detective, at least the first season, you would know that the show is very, very disturbing. And also makes you kind of depressed, to be honest. So
Yeah, weird. I watched True Detective, but weird direction that they're taking. Like what?
like I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Also just just saying, like, True Detective. I actually rewatched a couple days ago. True Detective season 1, and my God, like, I'm being serious. True Detective season 1 is one of the best. Like, it's like top, like, legit peak content, like top 10, top
Yeah.
20.
It is. It's very good.
Yeah,
It's very
like,
good.
and Russ Cole, like Matthew's character, he is like legit top 20 best characters ever written. Period.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good show. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. It's just the the subsequent shows are not as good.
I'm at,
The
I'm actually watching. Yeah,
the
I'm actually watching season 2 right now to see if people are tweaking. I really liked the first episode, so that kind of gave me the idea that I was like, you know what, maybe people are lying to me. But then I watched the second episode like yesterday, and I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I think I'm starting to see the issues here. Uh,
yeah. So yeah, I can see why a lot of people like are like not a fan of it. But first one is at least very good. So there is that, and the fact that it's a standalone story for every season is also a good thing. So you just basically just watch season one, like just forget about it,
just
forget
forget.
about the rest.
Yeah. So
It's not a continued story. So there's that. That's a good thing.
yeah,
Uh,
they had the but
so
then
yeah,
but they said that Lanterns was gonna be like that, which again I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, is Lanterns gonna be like
I
a
have no
really
idea what to mean either. So
depressing like next one is The Authority. Like, now I don't know if you're a autistic
the
retard.
authority, as in the Superman, the one that that Superman fought in like the. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm gonna say some characters. Midnighter.
No.
You know Apollo.
No.
Okay, then, yeah, you don't know the Authority is basically just there's an imprint of DC called Wildstorm. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and they're like a division. It's basically another Earth at this point. And Wildstorm is and Wildstorm basically has their own Justice League called the Authority that has characters like Midnighter, Apollo. Actually, I'm just gonna send them. Hold on, give me a sec. Authority. When you see when you see what I'm gonna send you, you're gonna question why they're making a project on it. Uh, Especially because there's already a Superman in there. So yeah, it's very convenient. Yeah. Check
Uh-huh.
check
Oh,
the
it was the elites that Superman fought. I remember. No, I remember. It's not the authorities, the elites. Okay.
check the I sent it to your yeah, there you go. You said that.
No, I have no idea who these are, but yeah, okay. Well, at least that's at least I like that they are taking obscure characters more so than like the popular characters because we already know the popular characters. We already know who they are. It's just there, I guess. Uh, and taking obscure characters, making more interesting stuff. That is at the very least a more interesting direction compared to just hey, let's rehash another Superman again, or let's rehash another. Well, they are going to rehash another Superman again, like, but let's rehash Batman again or rehash this again. Like
Yeah,
it is at least a more.
yeah. I'm
Mhm.
surprised that they're starting off with the more obscure shit. That's an interesting decision.
It's a more. It's definitely a more interesting direction than what the MCU is doing. Actually, I don't know what the MCU is doing, honestly, because no idea what they're doing. They're just they are basically what do you call? They are basically on life support at this very moment. They are just straight up on life support.
Yeah,
So
next one is fucking Paradise Lost, which that's a Wonder Woman thing. The theme of
mm,
the synopsis of the show is it's about Themyscira, but like a gazillion years ago, and it's supposed to be like a Game of Thrones kind of thing, but with the Wonder Woman imprint. Like the
mm,
I don't know how to feel about that. It could be interesting, but next one is
mm.
Batman: Brave and the Bold. Again, no reaction. There was the animated show, but I don't know if that means something. Uh,
Yeah,
Next one. Sorry, next one is Booster Gold.
cool, but
Uh,
don't know what they're gonna do with that.
uh, yeah. Okay, that means they're introducing time travel really fucking quick then. Um,
That's that could be it. Yeah, sure. Uh huh.
Next one is Supergirl. Woman of Tomorrow.
Cool. I guess.
And the last thing is Swamp Thing.
Ah, well, the first Swamp Thing is actually not that bad. I think it's pretty good. But the yeah, I haven't don't know how they're gonna do. They're gonna do that one. Might as well continue to watch the other one that they got that they just canceled.
Yeah.
The one that they canceled. Also, what? Actually, no, not also. Like, but yeah, continue that one, the one that they canceled, and also just continue Constantine as well. I mean,
Oh,
come on, Constantine was really good, but they just canceled it. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. And then for like the unrelated things, like in the
it like unrelated to the gods and monsters. There's Joker Part 2.
Oh yeah, but I think that's like an entirely separate project.
Yeah.
A-
I'm just
as
saying,
it
like, yeah, I'm just saying the unrelated shit. Like Joker Part 2. That's I don't know how to feel. I don't know what that entails.
Joker one was pretty good, but
But
I don't know
like,
how they're gonna do it. Yeah,
did it need a sequel?
doesn't need a sequel straight up. Yeah.
Uh, then there's Batman Part 2. I'm actually excited for that one.
The Batman, as in the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that does sound pretty neat. I definitely do want to see how that goes.
and yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the unrelated shit.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, it is interesting that they're going for like a more like the more obscure people.
We'll
Uh,
have to see how that works though, because again, it's very risky move to just take up non completely risky to completely unrelated characters, and excuse me, Blue Beetle, I feel like could have had a lot of more potential because
yeah,
Blue Beetle could have had a lot of potential. They took a really good actor who to play Blue Beetle. He's the guy who played Miguel in Cobra Kai. And Cobra Kai is a really good show, really awesome show. But Blue Beetle, and you know what? I'll probably give it a watch. I'll probably give it a watch later because I do want to see how they either not screw up or screw up the character. But I'll have to see it for myself. But so yeah, just overall, not a huge like uh MCU is on life support. DCU is don't know what the fuck DCU is doing, and that's why a lot of the good movies like this year are like Mission Impossible or John Wick, like franchise movies for sure, but like at least they are good franchise movies. I even like
I haven't seen
Elemental. Hmm?
I haven't
Sorry.
seen Mission Impossible 7. So I can't really comment on that. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, because
John Wick.
Mhm.
John Wick 4, that was pretty good. Elemental is, very whatever.
I think Elemental, honestly, I think Elemental is like one of the best Pixar movies. One of the best Pixar movies that I've seen. Because but
Really?
yeah, I think Elemental is one of the best Pixar movies that I've seen. And I do
Oh,
think it's a severely underrated movie. But man,
you gotta explain yourself. Like, I'm not even like a okay. I am a hater. Like, but like I don't. Oh yeah, you gotta explain yourself. What the fuck? Like,
I think it's a very good. My biggest problem with the movie is the world building. I think the world building makes no fucking sense. Like how the elementals like straight up interact and how they cannot mix it. Like, and how are the elementals like gonna make kids? Like why is there no concept of like a cross elemental? Like if a water and a fire like they do each other. It's like the allegory. Like if you put the world building aside, the story that they're trying to tell is actually very good. I like the romance between the characters. I like the chemistry between the characters are very good. The romance is very nice. Very well executed, and I just the story overall. I was genuinely surprised about like midway through the movie. I genuinely have no idea where the movie was going. Like, wait, I'm trying to guess. Like, I don't know where the movie is trying to go. Like, is this? It's a typical romance story, but the way the movie was trying to do it is like not in a way that I find predictable. I'm actually kind of surprised how I found the movie not as predictable as I thought it would be. And I really want to know where the movie is going. And when I actually found out, it's actually pretty sweet. It's actually pretty satisfying. Like, overall, as a story, it's very nice. Very nice story that does a lot of the I suppose the commentary on the racial uh I suppose segregation on the whole thing is like actually really nice. But the problem is it doesn't work when it has to be put as an elemental thing. If it's like an elemental thing, it just doesn't work because elementals like actually hurt. What are you? Because what the movie is trying to imply is, well, water and fire doesn't work. Well, if the relationship between the two is supposed to be like an interracial relationship, so does that mean that if black people and white people they just straight up touch hands, like one of them is gonna like burn to death or burn to a crisp and just don't exist? Like that's not gonna happen in real world. So it's a very odd the world building is for dog shit, honestly. It's the same problem I have with Turning Red. World building is all for dog shit. But overall vibe with the movie I really like, and I ended up enjoying it a hell of a lot more than I thought. that a hell of a lot more than I thought. That's the thing is because I went into the movie with my girlfriend with just expecting
Hello?
in my mind. It's like, oh,
Okay, there you go.
hello.
Yeah, it's because you
Yeah.
cut off for like
So
a second.
yeah, yeah. So basically, we ended up enjoying the movie a hell of a lot more than I thought we would. And I do think that this is among like one of Pixar's best work. Although I don't know, I have a Pixar. I don't know if I have a Pixar tier list. I have it saved on my. Oh, I do. Let's go. Oh, I do
alright.
have a Pixar tier list.
All right, let's go through it.
I do have a Pixar tier list. I don't know where I'm gonna put. I think I am gonna put. Okay, I'd say maybe I'll put it on A. I'll put it on A. Elemental. It is no S tier. It is no S tier, but I'll definitely put it on A. So,
I
man,
wonder.
I have.
I wonder what that tier. I wonder what that tier list looks like.
What
What do you got?
I can tell you.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
Let's
So
start from
my system.
start from the best, so we can like kill ourselves in the, the bottom tier list.
Okay. Well, I do wanna just dig on the ones that I haven't watched and I need to rewatch. So there are a couple that I need to watch. Brave. I have not seen Brave. I have not seen Cars 3. And I also have not seen Toy Story 4. Those are that I haven't seen, so I can't really make opinions on it. The ones that
I can.
okay, well there you go.
But
Par-
Brave is like it's like it was a cool idea, but it felt wasted. So that's all you need to know. That Cars 3 is sucky. Like I know the world building of Cars is already not real, anyways. But like, why would why would they allow? Like I remember hearing this quote from Super Mario Logan of all people. He actually said that why would they introduce these fucking Bugatti Virons in like a NASCAR race? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
uh-huh.
And also, how is a Subaru or whatever the fuck Lightning McQueen's trainer? How the fuck is she faster than said Bugatti Virons? Like, like okay, sure.
I see what you mean.
And so okay, we're doing that. And for the what's the last one? Yet? Oh yeah, Toy Story 4. Dude, oh my
Toy
god,
Story 4.
it is
Barely it's
so
trash.
it is trash. People it only won the Oscar because the Pixar was flexing on the animation, but the actual story and characters it's actually Last Jedi tier character assassination. Like that's how bad we're getting.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I'll have to probably like I don't know where I'm gonna put that on the tier list. So, the ones that I do need to, there are also that I need to rewatch, which is Up. I haven't seen that in a while, so I need to rewatch that again just to like refresh my memory. I remember loving it, but and there's also Toy Story 3, which I haven't seen it in a while, but I do remember loving it. And then there's also like the dog shit tier. Basically, these are I never watched these and I never will. The tier does never watch and I never will. And that's first one is Cars 2.
Yep.
I will never watched it and I never will.
Yeah.
I'll never not no. Fuck that. The second one is The Good Dinosaur because I just have no interest in it. Like I have no interest.
It's boring.
I have no interest with it.
It's really boring. I don't watch it.
Yeah, never watched and I never will. The third one is Finding Dory. Again, I never watched that and I never will want to watch that. No, thank you. And the last one is Lightyear. Also, never watched that and I never will. So
Lightyear is so it's so ass.
It's
ass.
Absolutely.
And Finding Dory, I actually didn't watch it until like 4 months ago. I didn't watch it purely out of respect because I was like, what? Like the first movie, Finding Nemo, was like like very like emotional, like father trying to, and then Finding Dory's just like, oh, I forgot my parents. Bro, I don't need that contrast. Like, shut up.
Well, there's that. So, so yeah. If we're gonna go straight to the Pixar tier list, in terms of my S tier Pixar, I got S, A, B, C, and D.
Okay.
There's one reserved for F, but I got no movies in the F. There's one movie in D, and I despise that movie. So straight up D for despise.
Well, let's
S1 for my S1, I got Toy Story 2.
Okay.
I fucking love Toy Story 2.
All right.
Amazing movie.
Valid.
Monsters Inc. Purely because it's my childhood movie and I fucking love it. And I just remember every single scene of it. It's like fucking love it. Monsters Inc. The Incredibles,
Okay, yeah,
fucking amazing.
that's my
That is
that's my favorite Pixar. That actually is in like I think it's in my top 10 favorite films of all time. Actually, incredible.
yeah, The Incredibles, fucking amazing. I love The Incredibles. Ratatouille, S tier, amazing, amazing all around. I love Ratatouille. Wally, I also surprisingly really love. Like a lot of people have issues with Wally's. Like they like the first half more than the second half. I actually like both. I like both halves. I like how they just expand the whole thing. It's like I love Wally this year. And the second one is Coco. And finally, S tier is Coco. Like genuinely, that is one of the few movies in like my adult movies where I actually cry. Like straight up, amazing movie. Fucking amazing movie, Coco.
I agree.
Coco is great.
I agree with like all that. There's like two things. So
Mm.
I really love Monsters Inc. Here's a hot take that no one fucking says though. I actually think Monsters University is better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not seen. Actually, I say Monsters University. Actually, hold on a second. Movies I need to rewatch because I haven't actually watched that in a while. I remember not liking it, but yeah,
Ooh.
I'll probably put that on the back burner for now. So I'll put that on the need to rewatch.
Like
tier.
if you watch
So-
it, you're definitely not gonna. If you rewatch it, you're definitely not gonna agree with me. But people be hating on it too much. It actually is like a generally good film.
Okay, well, I'll have to see that. I'll have to see how it goes.
Uh,
Okay, so there's that.
Coco. Okay, maybe I'm just cynical, but I don't like Coco that much.
I fucking love Coco. Coco, I fucking love Coco. My friend, absolutely loves Coco. She also cries during movie. I fucking love it. So, yeah,
The main
Coco's
reason.
amazing.
Okay, like there's just a lot. Like I don't really like the film that much, but I'm ignore all like the problems. But the main reason why I don't like Coco is kind of a meta reason. So it's like meta game in D&D. It's like
It's because it's a rip off of Book of Life. I get it.
yeah, it really fucking is, and no one talks about it. And Book of Life is a far superior film.
I haven't actually seen the Book of Life, so I'll probably give it a watch sometimes. But I'll put it in consideration. But yeah, Coco on its own is pretty freaking amazing. So yeah,
I'll still give it like a
on my
I guess like a 6.5 maybe.
on my A tier is Toy Story, the first one.
Okay,
Finding Nemo.
all right.
It's pretty good.
I'm surprised it's
Inside Out. Inside Out is on my A tier.
all right. Fair enough.
Onward, which I was
Really?
shocked. I was
the
shocked.
fuck?
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked. I thought Onward's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this movie and I'm gonna put that on my C tier because it's just gonna be some generic as not super amazing like movie. I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. Mostly because I am super biased against I am biased with movies about brothers. Like if it's a movie about brothers, I just really, really enjoyed it. And Onward is a really, really good movie with brothers involved in it. I just really, really like it.
You said you
And
had
I
a-
like how
You said you had a brother, right?
of course, yeah, I have a brother, so I'm just biased that way because I love my brother, and when movies just like discuss about brotherhood and everything like that, I ended up enjoying it, even if like it's just a sibling rivalry thing. So yeah, I enjoyed Onward a hell of a lot more than I thought it would. It's not super amazing movie or anything like that, but I enjoyed Onward, so I'm putting it not that one on A. The next one is Luca. That one is on my A tier. That is also the one that I surprisingly enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I went in with zero expectation. It could be because I went in with zero expectations, but I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would.
I like Luca.
because
It's
I ended up
It's a decent film.
yeah. I like a lot more than I thought I would. And Elemental, which we already discussed. I think that I'm putting that more on my A tier rather than S, because I'm not confident putting it on S. B. Okay, this is a hot take. These two on my B tier are just like just straight up films that everybody hates.
Okay.
That everybody hates, but I watched them and I think it wasn't that bad.
All right,
The first one was on my B tier. The first one was The Incredibles 2.
No. No, put that
Straight
shit
up.
down. Put that shit down. No.
Yeah, The Incredibles 2. I get it. I get all the complaints. I get everybody's complaints about the movie. The villains sucked. The story sucked. The characters just sucked. Everything like that. But I had fun watching it. So that at least bumps it up a little bit more than I wanted it to put it. Like that is The Incredibles 2 is an F tier movie undeniably an F tier movie, but I ended up enjoying it more like a B tier movie than it already is. So it's at least not A, but yeah, I think B is a little bit too high, but still, I enjoyed the movie. So there was that. And the next one, again, this is also super fucking hot take. People are gonna kill me for this. B on my B tier is Turning Red.
What the
Sorry, no.
dog?
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm putting Turning Red above two movies that I put on my C tier that I
Oh.
argue a lot of people love
Oh,
much
God.
more.
I'm
And
scared.
again, and again, the reason is it's not because of the menstruation and the menstruation allegory is this fucking that is fucking stupid. The world building is absolute fucking dog shit. But I enjoyed the vibe of the movie. I really liked the characters. I really liked like the intergenerational storyline of the movie, and I relate to the part where you have to basically just you have to please your ancestors, you have to please your parents and everything like that. You can't just be free to everything like that. I relate to that part a lot more, so it could be biased on my regard.
Perhaps.
Yeah, but yeah, Turning Red, I'd say it's a lot more enjoyable than I thought I would.
Right.
I enjoyed it a lot more than a lot of people thought it would. But I can see why people hate it though. That's the thing.
Here's the main reason why I dislike Turning Red. It's because okay, I was already fucked to begin with because obviously I'm not a woman, or at least I don't think so. And like so
Okay.
like that already like okay like fine like I was already fucked to begin with. But okay, but you know what? Fine, I'm going to give it a chance. Like like it's about like puberty period. What that and so like okay like there's the allegory of like okay the red panda is supposed to be like all that, but then the film still like they explain it to me anyways, like with the scenes of like the mom entering the bathroom, like with the period shit, like with the menstruation shit. So like, what was the point of the allegory if you were gonna explain it to me anyways?
Yeah, again, the allegory overall of that one is really, really stupid. I really don't like that. I also really don't like how the fact that the menstruation thing is supposed to be is something that you're selling to people. You're capitalizing on your menstruation and how you can turn into a giant panda. Like the implication of how you capitalize on menstruation is fucking that's fucking trash. I don't like that. But I like the story with I like the other parts of the story. I like the intergenerational story. It could be because I'm Asian, so I kind of relate to that one in that regard. So there is that. So yeah, Turning Red is my B tier are super fucking controversial. Like even on my chat on one of my streams, I talk about that. It's like, no, Appa, why did you do that? Put that on lower tiers. Like,
I
yeah,
agree.
sorry, man. Sorry, man. That's just my honest take. That's my hot take. So
I can't wait.
C.
I can't wait what your C
Okay,
tier is. Apparently, because
my
apparently
C
Turning
tier
Red is
is
better.
yeah, C tier. Okay, I put A Bug's Life on my C tier because I do not like that movie.
I don't really care about
I
Bugs
do
Life.
not.
I don't really care about Bugs Life.
And also, I think Ants is much better from DreamWorks. Also Cars. I put that on my C tier. I do
Oh,
not like Cars.
okay.
So there is that.
I was expecting some, but no. Okay, that's valid.
And there's one movie that is on my D tier that I absolutely fucking despise. I'm gonna fucking okay. A lot of people say that they like the movie, but I watched it. I do not like this movie whatsoever, and that is Soul. I hate
Fuck Soul.
Soul.
Yeah. Like on God. Fuck.
I
I fucking hate Soul. You have no idea, dude. Like I feel like
I ugh, I hate Soul.
Soul reminds me of a question that I'm gonna ask later. But like I feel like I'm getting lied to. I'm actually getting fucking lied to. Like fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Soul sucked. I don't like Soul whatsoever. And the reason is because the world building of Soul doesn't. The world building of Soul is the worst part. Actually, a lot of these like the low tier Pixar movies have shit world building. A lot of the Pixar movies have really shit world building, and Soul's world building actually destroys the plot. And in that regard, it creates a huge plot hole that makes no sense that I am actually bothered by. And that's because it interferes with one of the characters' motivation. If I recall correctly, I forgot the movie, but if I recall correctly, like one of the reasons why the character like the soul like one of the companions characters like, she doesn't have a soul is because like she doesn't have a passion towards something, like she couldn't have that passion towards something, or like, and they're living in the universe where you can't have like souls and everything like this, like and it's weird, really weird, because I remembered why can't you just explore your passion within that universe and try to find out if there's something that like actually tickles you? Like, why do you need to go to the real world to know how food feels like when there are food in like that universe? Like, does the food in that universe like feels hollow? Like they don't actually feel anything. Like it's not the same as when you're actually feeling it in the real world. It's like a lot of the world building makes no sense. The characters are completely unlikable, and it's not because like it's not because like somebody. It was a joke in the chat, but somebody in the chat's like, "Oh, you don't like Soul? Oh my god, you're a racist," or something along those lines. Like, but it was the person was joking. But it's not because I don't like jazz. It's not because I don't like soul, everything like that. I like soul music, and I like when they try to depict that in a way that I wanted it to. But this is a wrong way to depict that particular movie in that particular music genre and how the people are passionate about the music genre. So yeah, I do not like soul whatsoever. I think it is blah, 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 blah. Not a fan. Not a fan. A fan. A fan.
Like yeah, honestly, like the whole I get the reason why people like the film is like it's like oh my god like you're teaching the kids like very complex topics like bro the thing
Mhm.
is like this is like a problem I have with media and now people focus so much on the theme that we're just fucking like disregarding actually trying with the story again and I know like I said earlier like there's three types of stories but again, films like Barbie and Soul, like it's just only the theme. So at that point, I'm thinking, why even bother making a film? Like just do a seminar
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
It's
and, and,
do a TED
and
talk. Might as well.
yeah, and that's what I felt about Soul. Like
Mm.
the characters are bland. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, so not a fan honestly with Soul. I think it's like that's not a fan. So that's my Pixar tier list, but that's my Pixar tier list. But I'm basically in like a basically string of just not only Pixar but like Disney because Pixar is already on its own tier list. But I also got my own Disney tier list, and straight up, some of these are definitely hot takes, absolute hot takes. But if you want me to go through my Disney tier list, I can because I watch like a lot of Disney, mostly due to my friend used to be my girlfriend, but now she's my friend. Um, she loves Disney a lot, and we just watch through a lot of Disney stuff, and we can go through that as well.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's go.
Is it every like Disney movie ever?
Almost every Disney movie, like the animations, almost every Disney movie animated. So you can see
Even the sequels.
even the no, not the sequels. The sequels are not here. Well, like primary Disney movies. There are some sequels here, but I think I'm limiting myself to like theatrically release movies. So
Oh, okay, then
yeah.
let's go through the actual informed ones.
Yeah,
No straight to DVD shit.
because these one actually have F tiers. These one
Oh
actually
shit.
straight up have F tiers.
Let's see.
And movies I fucking despise. Um, there are some movies that I never seen, but I do want to see. The first one is 101 Dalmatians, the original, not the one with what's his name? I forgot the live action one, the original 101 Dalmatians. Second one is Sword in the Stone, and then there's the Jungle Book, the original Jungle Book. We're not counting remakes here on this one. Frankly speaking, all the remakes are either trash or okay. Um, and then you got the Aristocats, which I haven't seen. The Black Cauldron, which I haven't seen. Tangled, which I also haven't seen. I probably need to see that. I haven't seen Tangled. Strange World, which I also haven't seen. Probably,
Sternball's ass.
well, I'll have to see that. So, need to rewatch. There are also some that I need to rewatch. Aladdin, I remember loving Aladdin. Pocahontas as well. I remember loving Pocahontas. Hercules, Tarzan, Dinosaur. That's like the 3D CG dinosaur movie. And finally, Atlantis: The Lost Empire. I haven't seen that in a while, but I remember loving that. And then there are also movies that I have never seen and I never will. These are not super controversial. The two Winnie the Pooh movies, like The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and Winnie the Pooh 2011, I am not watching either of those because I'm not a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. The Rescuer movies, also not a huge fan. Oliver and Company, not a huge fan of that. And finally, Home on the Range. That fuck that movie, honestly. I'm not watching that. No, thank you. So yeah, I got a bunch of I don't know if I have some hot takes here. I have some hot takes.
Let's start with your S tiers. Maybe there's some hot takes in there.
Okay, my S tier. My S tier is my first one is Pinocchio, my favorite Disney movie of all time. Pinocchio is straight up fucking amazing. The original Pinocchio, not the remake.
That's not a hot take,
That's,
but like that is really
that's not a hot take.
That's really
That is
surprising.
not hot. Yeah. Dumbo is my second favorite. I really love Dumbo. The Little Mermaid, that's my third favorite Disney movie of all time, pretty much. The Great Mouse Detective is my fourth.
Damn.
The Hunch, yeah, The Great Mouse Detective. I fucking love The Great Mouse Detective. It is high up there in my favorite Disney. Although it could be because I have a bias with Sherlock Holmes, and I really like how they do mouse Sherlock Holmes in that movie. I really like that. Anyway, The Hunchback of Notre Dame is my S tier. Treasure Planet. Fucking love Treasure Planet. That movie is fucking SS of the SS of the S tier. Fucking amazing movie.
I haven't.
And The Lion.
I haven't seen.
Hmm?
Fun fact: I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, you should see the movie. The movie is amazing. Treasure Planet is fucking amazing. And The Lion King, which is, well, not a huge take. My A tier, not as amazing as S, but definitely A. First one is Bambi, the original Bambi.
Okay.
Second one is Mulan, the original, of course. Fantasia, not the original Fantasia, not the 2000. Brother Bear, that is on my A tier. Bolt is on my A tier. Wreck-It Ralph is on my A tier. Really? I'm you know what? I'm moving Wreck-It Ralph to B. Wreck-It Ralph is fine.
No one
I'm
talks
moving
about.
Wreck-It
No one talks about Bolt.
Bolt. Yeah, Bolt. I love it. I love Bolt. It's not super amazing movie, but I do think it's a very good movie.
I
Big
saw
Hero
that film.
6.
I saw that film
Mhm.
such a long while ago. Bolt. I don't know what the fuck is up. I forgot what it was about. What was the
Yeah.
film about again?
Bolt's very good. Bolt's very good. Big Hero 6, that is on my A tier as well. Zootopia is on my A tier, really?
What the fuck?
Okay. I
Hurry.
forgot. I don't know why I put I mean it's pretty good, but not
It's alright.
it has a Breaking Bad reference. There's that. Okay, so and Moana, that is on my A tier. So there is that. B. Wait, why did I put The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad on B? That is odd. B is I got Cinderella as well. Actually, hold on. My mom is actually calling. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. My mom is actually genuinely calling. Give me a minute.
It's a pretty fun call so far. Follow my Twitter, Tom Alpheus. Uh, and yeah, follow my Twitter, Tom Alpheus. If there's anyone that's gonna watch this, so yeah.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
I'm back. Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
we were
Sorry.
talking
Yeah.
about Bambi, I think.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. We're talking about the tiers, and I think we're going to already got to the A's, and now we got to the B's. So this one is controversial because a lot of people well, B is my B tier because I
Oh,
mean it was fine. It wasn't it was def- it was definitely a classic, but oh, there are some hot takes in this one. The first one is Beauty and the Beast. I didn't put it on my S tier or my A. I put it on B. I think
wow.
it's a pretty decent movie, but I don't think it is like the best of the best of the best. I think Beauty and the Beast is overrated.
That
I think it is
that's a choice.
that is that yeah, I think that movie is overrated. It is a good movie, but it is not an S tier or an A tier of the Disneys. Like I think there are so much better movies to be put on that tier. So yeah, that's one of my hot takes. Um, Robin Hood, the one with the furry Robin Hood. God, that movie is just. I had to shower after that movie because that movie is catered specifically to the goddamn furries, like
Okay.
straight up. So, um, Frozen, that is on my B. The
We
first one.
we
Frozen is on my B because it's not a masterpiece or anything like that. It is not a hugely amazing movie. I went to the movie with no expectation whatsoever, and I ended up having fun with it. So that is more than I can say to the second one, which I'll get to talk about later. So the Frozen is definitely much better than the second one. Encanto, oh god, that movie is everywhere at the time. And then the moment that movie shows up, everybody knows the song, everybody sings about it, and they just forgot about it. They're like, it's just there, whatever. Encanto. But it's a fine movie. I enjoyed it. Princess and the Frog, I surprisingly really enjoyed it. I watched it very recently. I really enjoyed it. My God, why is this movie not more famous than it is? It is such a good movie, The Princess and the Frog.
why is it so
And Wreck-It
low?
Ralph.
Why is it so low though? It's like it's a B tier.
Princess and the Frog, I feel like it is a great movie. But it's hampered by the fact that there are so many other great movies on Disney. It's rehashing a lot of the same sort of classic fairy tale formula. It does it really well, but it's nothing innovative in that regard. It does it really well, but it's nothing super innovative. But I still really enjoyed the movie. So Princess and the Frog is on my B tier. I feel like there are many other movies. If there are no movies on the S and the A tier, this could definitely be going the S. But yeah, Princess and the Frog is on my B, and Wreck-It Ralph, that's also on my B. And then you got on my C. My C tier is
Oh god, no.
definitely hot takes. The first one is the first movie. The first one of the first movies that they did, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That is on my C tier.
You know what? Fair.
Um,
Fair
I,
enough.
yeah, I don't think the movie is super amazing. It's not that particularly amazing. Looking at, but it is definitely a classic Marvel in terms of animation, but it's nothing too groundbreaking. Sorry, it is groundbreaking, but watching it now is like, well, at the time it was groundbreaking, but now it's fine. Alice in Wonderland has some very nice visuals that the original Alice in Wonderland.
I was one
That
that's
is
so boring, dog. It's so fucking boring.
yeah, it was fine. Sleeping Beauty, that is also on my C tier. Not a fan of that. The Fox and the Hound is more of a
What?
rehash of Bambi.
No,
The Fox and the
nah, that's messed up.
yeah,
That's
that is a hot take. That is definitely a hot take. I feel like a lot of the themes of growing up and then characters and there's finding out friends and everything like that. It's like the Fox and the Hound does that as well, but Bambi I think does it much better. So there is that. That's one of my hot takes. Fantasia 2000, not as good as the original Fantasia, but it's actually it's not a huge watch. Oh, this one. This is a controversial
Oh,
take,
no.
definitely on my C tier.
Oh god.
Okay, actually, no. I'll just put this. This one is not controversial. Chicken Little is on my C tier. Not a fan of that. That is not super controversial. But there are two movies that I would get freaking lynched when I say that it is on my C tier. The first one is Lilo and Stitch. That I'm gonna get flamed.
Wait. What the fuck? No.
I'm gonna get flamed. I the moment I said that, the moment I said that on my stream, the fans fucking flame me like, why did you put it on the Z tier, Appa? Are you mad? Like, are you mad? Like, straight
Better
up,
hope
are
it
you
doesn't.
mad?
Better hope it doesn't have fucking happen again when I fucking upload this. It's like,
Like, straight up, why is that on my C tier? Why is that on your C tier? Like,
yeah.
movie's fine.
Why?
Movie's
Okay. What?
fine.
No,
Movie's-
bro. The fucking relate. You're gonna ignore the fucking relationships between the sister and like, nah.
It's
Hey,
very good. It's very good. And undeniably, that's very good. But overall movie, the rest of the movie, the alien invasion plot of the movie, the characters, like the alien invasion plot of the movie, that's like a huge part of the movie. Like, that's fine. It's okay. It does the job. But it's nothing super amazing. Again, I feel like Lilo and Stitch is nerfed by the fact that there are so much better movies to pick on the Disney tier list. If there are no other movies on the B tier, I think Lilo and Stitch would have been A or B. But that, because there are so many other Disney movies on the tier list, it got pushed into C. So
that's whack.
yeah,
That's fucking whack.
that Lilo and Stitch, unfortunately, yeah, that's unfortunate for Lilo and Stitch. And finally, this one is on my C tier as well. The Emperor's New Groove. I'm
Die.
not a fan.
Die.
Not a fan.
That's no. At least
Not
B.
a fan.
At least B. No, come on. It's funny. Come on.
That I watched it, not a fan. I guess I can see why a lot of people like it. A lot of people think it is a classic. Like, I watched it when I was a kid and I didn't like it. I watched it when I was an adult and I also didn't like it. So I don't know. I guess I'm fucking biased. Like, I think it's because I don't know. I feel like it's not really that particularly impressive. It just doesn't really impress me as much as a lot of other movies. Again, it could be because both Lilo and Emperor's New Groove are nerfed, are like crushed by other so much infinitely better Disney movies. Like, this is like the standards of really good Disney movies are so high that
Okay.
compared in contrast with the rest, these one feels like duds.
Okay, Emperor. Okay,
well-
Emperor. Fine, but Lilo. No, that's messed up. That's fucked up. Bro.
That is fucked up indeed. That is one of my hot takes. So yeah, D and F are pretty much things that I think universally people agree with. First one is Saludos Amigos. I'm
The
not
fuck
a
is
fan.
the
Not a
fuck is,
fan.
the fuck is that?
Oh, bro, it's just nothing. It's just musical basically. So
Oh,
it's not
okay.
really my thing. Lady and the Tramp, not a fan of that as well.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Lady and the Tramp. Even a lot of people think it's a classic. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of Lady and the Tramp. And finally, Three Caballeros. Also not a fan of that, mostly because it's nothing. It's just another Disney musical. So it's just another typical Disney musical. I actually forgot what happened. And then you got the F tier.
Oh.
These one, I think universally, I think there's one hot take, but universally, there are three movies that I think universally people will agree are
Okay.
fucking trash and no one should fucking watch. But in my opinion, the one F tier that I put in here is Peter Pan, the original Peter Pan.
Yo.
I hate that movie.
What?
I fucking hate that
Oh
movie.
my god.
I despise that movie. I do not understand why I despise that movie. I forgot about that movie because I remember like watching the movie and I hate it. I hate it. It could be because I hate how I hate Peter Pan's like original premise. He just abducts kids and just puts it to Neverland and everything like this. I don't like that premise. It could be because I don't like that premise. It could be because I don't like how the story was like executed. I feel like this is just a typical story, or it could be because the one thing that I do have to give Peter Pan credit for is that Tinkerbell is undeniably one of the best, if not the best, Disney waifu of all time. Straight up. Because that is the only thing. Like, the fan service on Peter Pan towards Tinkerbell, it is nuts, man. That is absolutely nuts. Like, the way the animators like animate Tinkerbell on Peter Pan, they had to be jacking off while they're doing that. Because
No.
that shit is horny as fuck. It is horny as hell. Man. Top tier Disney waifu. But aside from that, not.
Yeah, maybe the times back then were more, but maybe we're more
Yeah.
maybe we're more similar to them than we think.
Yeah, exactly. Like they straight up slap Tinkerbell's ass. I mean, literally, the movie slapped Tinkerbell's ass like the best thing ever. Come on, y'all. But yeah, Peter Pan, aside from that, Peter Pan is on my F tier. I just remember hating the movie. Like, I just don't like the premise. I don't like how the story is executed. I don't like just how generic the story is. It's not a fan. The other three here are uncontroversially fucking shit movies that no one in the right mind would think that this is. If you think this is a good movie, you are out of your freaking mind. The first one is Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Ooh,
If you
yeah.
think this movie is a good movie,
It sucks.
you are out of your fucking depth. That shit is fucking trash.
It's also okay. Also, I'm gonna actually play devil's advocate real quick. So you know the Emoji Movie, right?
Yes, I know the Emoji Movie.
Don't get me wrong, that movie sucks. But why people were going really hard on the product placement? Which okay, fair enough. Poppy, fucking Ralph Breaks the Internet is literal product placement, but no one fucking talks about that.
Yeah, Ralph Breaks the Internet has loads and loads of product placement, but they couldn't even get Google. That's the thing. They couldn't even get Google in there, so they just have a copycat of Google just to do the whole thing. But yeah, Ralph Breaks the Internet, fucking trash movie. It is one of those movies that I would. It is at the very least cringingly, like entertainingly bad, but it is objectively. I'm more on the mindset that if it is entertainingly bad, I would probably put it. But Disney can do so much better than Ralph Breaks the Internet, and that's why I'm putting it on F. Like Wreck-It Ralph wasn't even like super amazing movie, but Ralph Breaks the Internet.
It's also just
Fuck me, that is a
character.
trash movie.
It's also just character assassination. Because like, why is Ralph
Oh yeah,
so clingy? Like, what the fuck, dog?
yeah, that's also another thing. It's like, oh my god, it's so fucking dumb. Like,
Oh.
I made this parody. I made this parody where basically what happened in like in the worst in like the movie is basically like a huge Persona 4 sort of scenario where Ralph is just taking care over like his demon, his shadow. Yeah, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Not a fan. Trash movie. The second one is Frozen 2.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Oh my god. Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie to its nth degree. I hate that movie.
There wasn't
that movie.
there wasn't a story, bro. It was just they were
It
just,
was just it was there. And my biggest issue with Frozen 2, right? It's the fact that I am the teaser trailer of Frozen 2. I watched that. I think it is some of the best teaser trailers that I've seen in like a long time. It is so good. Really, really good. Amazing teaser trailer. I am hooked by this movie. It's like, whoa, that is a cool teaser trailer. I want to see the movie. Then I went out to see the movie and it fucking sucks. God, it was killed. It was overhyped as hell. And not a lot of the songs are as memorable as the original. And it's just there. It is just there. Bah, not a fan. And
yeah, and also like yeah, there was just no story. They're just kind of doing
No
shit.
story.
They're like
Yeah.
oh, apparently Elsa is the fifth element god, even though ice is water. But okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so dumb. And finally, the one that is on my F tier, undeniably. No, if you like this movie, you are a madman, and that is Raya and the Last Dragon. I hate that movie.
Dude, oh
That
my god.
fucking,
I would
hate that movie.
now
Oh, God, I hate that
I
movie.
watched I watched this with another cohort, right? And I had two options. I could have either watched Demon Slayer Mugen Train. I don't even like Demon Slayer that much, but I could have.
God, that is an infinitely better movie. Go ahead.
I could have. I don't even like Demon Slayer much, but I could have watched that. But no, I chose Raya. Why did I
Oh
choose?
man,
Why did I choose Raya? I don't
man.
know. I chose Raya because I think because I didn't watch Demon Slayer at the time. I don't even like I don't like Demon Slayer that much, but fuck it, I would have watched out of context shit. I regret my decision.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Raya and the Last Dragon. Now the thing is, like, it's supposed to represent It's supposed to be the movie that represents Southeast Asians, and I absolutely like sure, Southeast Asian representation. Let's fucking go. But my God, the movie is fucking trash. The movie is fucking trash. It's terrible Southeast Asian representation, and I don't understand. Like, they got Aquafina as the dragon, but she I don't. Why did they get Aquafina to play the dragon? She's an Asian woman that talks like a black woman. I don't understand why. But why? Like,
Dude,
this is not. Oh God, it infuriates me.
I have such an unbridled rage towards Aquafina. Like everything she's in is so donkey. Like what? Like the she would like she easily had the worst episode in the Boys Diabolical show. she fucking ruined. She fucking made Shang-Chi infinitely worse, even though Shang-Chi was already bad. Her appearance in Little Mermaid did not help at all. What the fuck? What the like? Shut the fuck up.
I don't like her. I really, really do not like. I don't like her depiction of the dragon. Like she's playing this. Oh, she's very overly sassy dragon and everything like this. Like this is not how Southeast Asians like talk to me. This is an American's idea of how a Southeast Asian how Southeast Asian people talk, and it is infuriating in almost every imaginable regard. Raya and the Last Dragon is absolute fucking trash. The story is trash. The lore is trash. The action was nothing. It's not there. The characters are infuriating and annoying. The only saving grace of this movie is the fact that my brothers joke about it a lot because one of my brother's friend is actually named Raya and he's a guy. So, well, there you go, Raya. That's your movie right there. But why a chick? And I was like, that's the only funny thing about this movie is the fact that one of my brother's friend is named Raya and he's a guy, and and because his name is plastered everywhere.
Ooh.
When the movie was out, I was like, yo, Raya, that's your movie. Look at him. That's you right there. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? That's a chick. I'm not a fucking chick. Like,
And also when I watch, also I don't know how to explain this, but when I watch the film, I just like everything feels so empty. Like the beginning of the
Yes.
film is like empty. Like it's just like the families, but the world around them is just so empty. The palace is so empty. Then then the death, like the villains are just the dark people, the darkness. Like it's again a very empty concept. And then the like I get it's a barren wasteland, but I felt like a world like we're in Mad Max, so I felt like there would have been like some like tribes everywhere, but I guess not. And then when you get to like the boat people, like there's nothing on those boats, even though it's like a weird boat city. So like, but it still feels empty. Then the city they get to, it just feels like nothing. It's just whatever. And then
Exactly.
the evil like lesbian haircut kingdom, like again, it's just so empty. Like everything feels so empty. Like it feels like it feels like an incomplete video game.
Exactly. Honestly, there's nothing about it that's super memorable. There's nothing about it that's like particularly noteworthy about the movie. At the end of the day, it's just all around not a good movie. So yeah, my dad's calling again.
All right.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. I think that's about as far as we go.
Yeah, that
um,
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much it. Oh wow, holy crap, really? I was sorry, I was looking at the cast for Ryan and the Last Dragon, and I noticed Daniel Day Kim is in it. As in as in the guy who played the guy who played Johnny Gat, and two, the guy who played Han, Surgeon Han on the surgeon meme. I am a
Oh.
surgeon meme, he plays Dr. Han. Yeah. Like I didn't realize he's on Ryan and the Last Dragon. That's fucking
Yeah, I didn't notice.
what a waste of Johnny Gat, for real.
So there was a question that I got reminded of when we were talking about Soul,
Uh-huh.
uh,
Sure.
and the question is, what is a thing that you swear sucks ass? Like you swear on God it's like shit, but like people are lying to you.
It sucks, but people are lying to me that it doesn't suck. That's a
Yeah.
good question.
Yeah, like,
That's a good
and
question.
the reason why I word it that way is because like what the fuck, like how am I alone? Like it's like that kind of like desperation we're at right now. Like what do you think sucks? Like you swear on God sucks, but like people are just lying. Like you swear they're lying to me or to you.
Okay. That's a very good question. And there are a couple of movies and shows that would fit into that criteria. The first one, I would say it sucks. More like it's mediocre, but everybody keeps telling me that it's really good. And that is Alita Battle Angel. uh, I just don't think it's a super super amazing movie. But a lot of people say, "Oh my god, it's like really really good," and fans absolutely love it. Like, yeah, but it's fine. It's okay. It's mediocre. Like, uh, so not really on the suck category. So there is that. What else? I think the one that I think everybody was lying to me. I'll say everybody's lying to me, but more like I think everybody was just rating it a lot higher than I think it deserves. Um, what was that movie that I was super super passionate to absolutely hate? Um, I'd say I want to not Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is more not as amazing, more overrated. But in terms of anime, the one thing I can recall in anime is there's this anime called Body Girl Senpai. I feel like that anime is not very good, but a lot of people tell me no, that anime is the best ever. Like really, really, it's not that good. But aside from that, really, really, not really. I can think of. What about you?
I got a couple.
For sure, go ahead.
I got a couple.
For
So
sure,
the
go ahead.
first one, this one kind of requires context. Are you a fan of D&D?
D&D,
Yeah,
not
Dungeons and
really,
Dragons.
not
Okay,
really.
all right, this is gonna be hard to explain. So, you know like the general like basics, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so there's a YouTube channel called Critical Role, and
Uh-huh.
they have 3 campaigns in their channel, all of them being long as fuck, by the way. Um,
Yes.
so one of the first campaign is called Vox Machina, and Amazon made a show about it, like an animated
Mm,
show, an animated TV
mm,
show, and and the way they upload these campaigns is by live streaming.
uh-huh.
And to me, that's already one red flag because D&D is such a like malleable game that the story can just turn to shit real quick because the
Mm,
players suck. And you can see that in Vox Machina and the other shit because that's how the game works. So adapting a really flammable live stream is kind of weird, but okay. But if you actually watch the show, I like people seem to love it. Like people fucking love the shit out of the show. But when I watched it, dude, I fucking hated it. Oh my god! Like the characters were annoying. There was or they're either bland or annoying. There was huge oversights, like as in like why did they do this or why did they do that? And seeing how D&D is a strategy game, that's a recent decent question to ask. The way and also like the villains are just like the world building is like it has like that Harry Potter thing where it's like you know what I'm talking about, right? Like Harry Potter where like there's so much magic that it's just like what?
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's kind of Vox Machina. Like the world building is so like everywhere and but like nothing, and it's just so bad. But people, I generally can't find a bad review of the show. Like
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So there's that. Okay. And then what's the
uh,
next one?
another one, you probably know this one. If you're like an internet, actually no, like given your videos, you're probably like an internet surfer. Uh,
Uh-huh.
you know Hell of a Boss, right?
Yes, I know. I know Hell of a
You've
Boss.
you've seen it.
I have not seen it, but I know about it.
You okay? But at least you know that the show has like an
A
insane
huge
fan base.
fan.
Yeah.
Yes, and you're not a fan of that one. Okay, I get it.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. If you actually watch, you can eat that in like a day, right? Like it's really short.
Uh-huh.
But and if you actually watch it, you're also gonna be like, what the fuck? Like what? Like you're a question you're gonna be asking is like, what the fuck am I missing? Like, am I feel like I'm
Mm.
missing something and I'm never gonna get the answer to it.
Uh-huh. Okay. All
Uh
right. So there's that.
uh,
Uh
and the and the third one is here's a dead topic. Steven Universe.
oh, well, I've only seen a couple of episodes of Steven Universe, but from what the episodes that I've seen, it's fine. Nothing. I don't have anything against it, but yeah, I can see why. I can see why you definitely part of that. Although funny thing is, Steven Universe, like the moment like ended, like retroactively, a lot of people are starting to like understand, like, yeah, this
Yeah,
show's
yeah.
not
That
necessarily
one
what to
is
do.
yeah. That one actually like people are starting to kind of turn on it.
Yeah, but not. But back in the day, yeah, a lot of people like giving huge critical acclaim on this one. I get it. I get it. Okay.
Those first two though are like I feel like I'm going crazy. Hell of a Boss, like generally speaking, I feel like it's a gaslighting experiment. Like I actually like
Okay.
like I feel like I'm being gaslighted right now.
I see.
So
I see.
if you watch the show, like you'll feel the same.
Yeah.
So, and what about like the reverse? What is something that you swear is like super super peak fiction, but like people are lying to you and trying to keep a brother down?
Oh, okay. I have a couple, but they're not movies or shows, they're video games. The
Okay.
first one is Sonic 06.
Damn! Whoa! What the fuck?
Sonic 06. Sonic 06, straight up. I fucking love Sonic 06. Not because of the gameplay. Gameplay's fucking trash. I am totally 100% on board with that. The gameplay is absolutely fucking trash. Sonic's story, absolutely fucking trash. I absolutely 100% agree. He's just there. But it has the best depiction of Shadow with a really, really good and really, really nice, convoluted, amazing story involving Silver and Blaze and the rest, everything like that. Tightly knit up in this amazing package of just messy all around fun. And a lot of people hate it for reasons that are perfectly understandable, especially that fucking stupid ass fucking Sonic with the princess romance. I fucking hate that. Amy is right there, and why don't you? She's right there, Sonic. She's right fucking there. But yeah, so there's that. So there's that. A lot of people think that it's a fucking terrible game. It is an absolutely terrible game. I 100% agree with that. But I am basically I am basically in agreement with my ex-girlfriend, who is now my friend, basically. So yeah, she's basically convinced. She told me to like, yeah, Sonic 06, freaking great. There's that. That's the one thing that I think everybody says, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot more than I thought I would. The other one is Resident Evil 6. Not for the gameplay.
That's
Yeah.
the one. That's the one where it just straight up turns into an action film, right?
Yes, that's the one where it turns into action film. Not for the gameplay. The gameplay, I gotta admit, I will agree with a lot of people in the gameplay. The gameplay, I tried playing the game, it gave me a headache because the perspective of the characters are way too close and the action is too fast. And it just gave me a headache every single time I tried playing the game. My brother really enjoyed it though. The co-op is apparently pretty good, so there is that. But Resident Evil 6, I really like it. I really like it because it is an ambitious Resident Evil project that combines that has a lot of the characters from the original, including one that is also from the original games, but like she was a kid at the time. Sherry Birkin, underrated Resident Evil waifu, by the way. So there is that. And all of the characters are packed in. Really, really good story. I also really like the direction. I like how it's very, very actiony. It's not Resident Evil, that's for sure. But for what it is, for what it tries to do, man, it is glorious. It is amazing. I love every second of it.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let go and enjoy the insanity.
Yeah, I'm enjoying a lot of parts of Resident Evil 6, a lot more so than a lot of people definitely agree. Yeah, it is not the best Resident Evil. I agree. It is not the worst Resident Evil, because we got Resident Evil Survivor. That one is fucking dog shit. That one is a garbage game. But Resident Evil 6, it is definitely the worst mainline Resident Evil game, but it's not by any means like an as horrible of a game as a lot of other people says it is. So those are like the two picks that I would consider like I think everybody I love but everybody else hates. I think that's the way to say it.
Any others?
Aside from that, not really. I don't really have much. And in terms of movies, not really. Not in terms of movies. But yeah, in terms of games, I have those two. What about you?
Shows?
Shows? Also no, not on shows either. So yeah.
This is kind of I have one. This is kind of a niche one, but actually do you watch American?
Actually, hold on a second. I want to switch into the PC to my phone real quick. So audio's gonna be a little bit off. So give me a minute.
Okay. Hey,
Okay, hello, go ahead.
goddamn. All right, so the the audio just decreased. So basically, this is kind of a niche one, but you watch American Horror Story, right?
I have not seen American Horror Story, but I am familiar with it. What about it?
It's basically just like it's each season is different. It's one of those things, and people really hate.
Yeah,
season
yeah. I
six.
know the premise, but I haven't actually like seen the show.
People really hate season 6, Roanoke. I don't, and frankly,
Oh,
that's
which
a
is
wrong.
that?
That's frankly that's a wrong opinion. And another thing that I feel like is really good, but people seem to hate. I don't know if this one counts, but have you seen the film Babylon?
Sorry.
Have you seen the film Babylon?
Babylon, is that the movie? Is that like the one with Margot Robbie?
Yeah, and Brad Pitt.
Oh no, I have not seen that, but I do know that that's from the director of Whiplash, which is a really good movie. So yeah, I haven't seen that. What about it?
It is a really, really good, like it's a really, really good film. But when it came out, not only did it shit on the box office, but the critic score and the audience score too is like really fucking split. Like people don't seem to like this film, but like honestly, Babylon is like solid 9 out of 10. Okay, that's like 8 out of 10, but still really good. Like
I
it's
think
it's
I do
literally
want to see it
3 hours.
though.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm tired, but
All right.
it's like
Hey.
it's literally a 3 hour long fuck you to Hollywood. Literally like a
Oh,
three because
okay. All right. I'll keep
yeah
that in mind.
because it's a film about the film industry basically.
True. True. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Anyway, I think we've gone we've chatted pretty long enough. I'm actually gonna have something to do in just real quick because it's morning and that's why my mom and dad calling basically begging me to come. So
no,
yeah.
that's
We're
pretty
just
good.
wrapping
Pretty
this up
good
here.
chat.
Yeah, it's a good chat. If you want to have another chat, well, we can definitely continue it sometime in the future. So
Yeah, I definitely got some more topics, but yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind.
yeah,
Good chat having
definitely.
good chat having, and I'll see you
All
later.
right. All right. See you later.
Bye.